Welcome Techies King. You have the honor of being the very first person.
See, no lag. I can't believe it that we're lag free in 2025. I'm a little bright, I think maybe. I think my contrast could probably use a little bit of work. But yeah, we don't stream during reach. I can keep this streak. I won't. No, there's no chance, man. There's no chance I could stream during reach. That would be truly bonkers. Like, the amount of things that we're doing at Reach, between the Taco Tranquility Room and me speaking and the me being in the D&D thing and doing the meet and greet in the morning and generally being there with all the bazillion other things and trying to figure out who I hug and who I don't hug and how I can offend as many people as possible by trying to, do that. It's just going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. Yes, exactly. Well, I have more than enough things. I need to increase my contrast. Oop, that's not right. This one? Oh, that's way better. Yes. Okay. A little dark. No, that didn't work either. Hold on. Let's figure that out again. Hold on. A little bit brighter. A little bit brighter. That's not terrible. Contrast down. Brightness up. Nope. I'm gonna go with that, and then we'll fart around with it later. I don't even have my color balance thing out. Hug and cough in their face. Exactly, right? Instead of moving my head to the side for a hug, it'd be like, and then after everybody has seen that, nobody will hug me, and that person will punch me out. To just, and they would rightfully so knock me straight on my butt, and I would deserve it. So it's funny because last night I was up. I took my computer apart, and like it's a streaming computer, right? So it doesn't have a lot going on. It's only got like, camera, microphone, that kind of thing. And I took it all apart. And I did not take it apart, to just move it to the side. And I went and picked up the box, and I put it on the desk, and I'm like, uh-oh. It is like that much taller than my other PC, and I'm like, that is not good, because I was actually using this PC as like a prop to hold up the monitor. And I'm like, I don't know why I thought they'd be exactly the same size, because I don't know, maybe small computers are small. I don't know what I was thinking. And so it's I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, let's figure this out. So like half the work last night was moving monitor, light, changing, finding, just so it can sit on the desk. Like and then I turned it on, It took a really long time. That part was the hardest part. I turned it on, Windows, lickety split, let's go. And then, discovered that my, I had a few things. I'm like, how many things that I have installed? Turned out a lot. Just for OBS, like it's running nothing else. It's an OBS machine. That's all it's for. And I needed OBS, like 5 or 6 mods and plugins. And of course the multi PC thing, which that was what was broken. Essentially it was the NDI system, which is the software that runs the video through the network to get it all the way over to the other computer. Apparently a Windows update had muffed it up, and so therefore I had to update Windows. And then as I'm looking for a solution, it's also you could do this and download this software, which will allow NDI to communicate better with itself. I'm like, I'm gonna do both. So I did an update. Turned out it was a cumulative update, which those are big and annoying and scary, and you never know what's gonna happen. Could blow up your computer, you just don't know. So off we go. And now, you know what? It works. In fact, I think it might even look better. I think it might even look better than it used to, because it has a the monitor, it's like the video itself, like the camera, it feels smoother, right? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels smoother. And the it just, everything seems a little bit crisper, a little bit, like I don't know, when you guys saw the XN come in, it was like, it didn't go it did pretty good. Although now I'm looking at myself, I'm like, man, I better pay attention to how I look, because I'm not a blurry mess anymore. This is a little too far over. I'm gonna move my microphone. I tried to be clever, get my microphone out of the way, and I out-clevered myself. And now it's in a weird spot. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, all right. I don't know why I don't want it straight. I want it to be a little bent. How we doing? Are we good? All right. So thank you for being here. It has been such a journey for to get to what feels like this spot, like to be, and it maybe, I don't know, maybe it's not a big a deal to you, but it is to me. The idea of just having a PC that is dedicated to streaming, that is not 14 years old kind of thing. It's been a big deal. I'm so excited about it. I'm really, really thankful. Praise God that, like, last night had a great conversation with one of the elders from the church. Just went there. He's like, come see me. Well, he was going to come over, and I'm like, I'll come to you. And so I went and sat down, and it was nice because he was asking me questions. Like, it was like, what do you, how you doing, and what's going on, and what do you like, and just get to know me. And at the end of the conversation, he's like, hey, I'm gonna, when I come back from my trip, we're gonna go do a fun thing. And, and he hands me the what the church had offered to help my family with. And I'm like, that's really, really helpful, which paid for the most part of the PC to be able to actually do this thing. It was getting bad there. I mean, obviously yesterday was hilarious. This aberration of perfect performance from the old PC begging not to be put out to pasture. But you know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And so it's I'm pretty happy now. So thankful, happy. Today, actually, what's funny? I said yesterday that I was going to do a talk, and I was going to do a talk yesterday, and then at the last second, I'm like, that's not quite right. I should do it on Taco Tuesday. It's more of a Taco Tuesday talk. And then I realized this morning where I'm like, it isn't really for creators. It's for churches. It's something that I should be recording, kind of separate, like its own thing. And all right. So maybe that's not the best time today. I went and looked at the news, like the actual Twitch news, like what was actually happening in the news. And there's a few things like there's commentary about AI and them using AI, and what's the reason that they're trying to put all this AI like clip stuff in and trying to use it. Well, not only because it's the new hotness, but also because they want, okay, how do they put this? They want to use the AI, the clipping thing, so that they can track, this is the conspiracy, I guess, they can find out whether or not the streamers are doing what the streamers said they're going to do through when the advertisers are coming in, so they can be like, okay, the AI is like listening and paying attention to chat and paying attention to you and whatnot, and then it'll kind of know what you're doing and what you're saying and where things are going. And I think, I'm like, that there's a bit of credence in that, because one of the issues that they have, like Twitch has, is that it's the Wild West, man. You can say and do anything out here, and they can't stop you. They can't stop you because you're live. I could just be horrible right now, and because I'm live, it's just nothing they can do until after, when they're like, oh well, we banned him after he said all the horrible stuff. And it's so that's got to be a problem. I've said before, I don't want to work for Twitch. That's a hard job. But this AI thing, when he's like, yeah, no, it sounds like they're going to be doing like helping with this clip thing and using AI for us. Turns out not so much, maybe. More likely that they're going to be doing it to kind of monitor and to pay attention and see if they can convince their advertisers, that these ones are pretty good and these are the good ones. Maybe that means that us clean streamers, the ones who are kind of working, building community and safe, they know what we're going to get and they know what they're going to say, and we're not going to be too horrible, that we may have a chance to go up in the quote unquote discovery, because they know what we're doing and it's good. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Maybe not good. I wanted to watch a video, a guy talking about the new normal at Bend the Degeneracy. Well, at least suppress it, right? So that's got to be the hard part. There's a video that I'd like to watch, and it's a commentary by a guy that seems to know what he's talking about on the address that Dan Clancy gave at TwitchCon. I think it'll be interesting to watch, and we'll give it a watch together, and then we'll that'll be the Twitch thing, and then we're gonna jump into a brand new game that I've been looking forward to for about 2 or 3 months now, maybe even more. It's called Do at Night Abyss. Actually, probably more. I think probably like 6 months. I don't know. Whenever they announced it, I thought that's kind of fun. So we're going to play a game called Do at Night Abyss, and we're going to see how that goes. I've never played it. I haven't started it. Just got to the menu and turned it off and went, let's discover this together. Well, yes, sex sells and all that stuff. But the thing is, advertisers still, regardless of what you say, they still want a safe bet, right? Yeah, they want to use the sexual energy of whoever and their attractiveness and their edginess and their the reason that but they also want to do it in a very, very safe way. You know what I mean? Hey Lola, good to see you. And so I would imagine they're going to be like, well, this person's huge, but the problem is like I don't know, like Hassan, or like I don't know, I think Emaru just got in trouble, or what's the other guy? They're huge. But then they'll just say things and it'll be like, and all of a sudden it'll be this huge disaster. And if your brand is tied to them, then all of a sudden you are part of the disaster, and they don't want to be, they don't want that. You know what I mean? Nobody wants that. I'm hoping that it helps. Who knows? Will Twitch exist next year? We've been saying that it's on the bubble. We've been saying that since day one. You start streaming and the first thing they say is like, well, make sure you're on YouTube too, because Twitch might disappear. You never know. I'm gonna pull up that video where that's kind of what I wanted to do for the Taco Tuesday. I think it's good. Bigwig streamers have become the Jerry Springers of our age. You know what? It's not a terrible analogy. You're definitely not wrong. It's a very good point. Very good point. Okay, hold on, Arrow. You're pointing at my tummy. Wow, we're really off to the side here. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna. Where's my subscriptions? Because I've closed all my windows because things were going a little south. Where are you? There he is. Okay. Pulling up guy now. Cool. Boop. I think this is going to be an interesting watch. We can commentate our way through it. I didn't actually watch the live event, and the reason is because I knew somebody was going to be able to put it together and tell me what was the good part, so I didn't have to spend all my time on it. And that's what he did. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend. I was talking to him. He's like, he's going to Germany. I'm going to Germany for a few weeks, and I'm like, oh, cool. my first thought was, I know people there. I don't want to be that guy though. Do you know Bill from Canada? Like, I'm sure there's more than like one family out there, but that's kind of fun. At least I know people from places. Kind of cool. I don't know. I have no idea, and I couldn't say if he was, but that it's I don't know. Germany, the whole country. It is smaller. That's true. It is smaller, but like I would imagine the chances of you knowing whomever is probably very low. Whoop. I just realized that I have an issue. Hold on 1 second here. I don't have rounded corners. Well, you can't watch a video if I don't have rounded corners. That's crazy. We're gonna have to fix that in a minute. Let's I'm gonna push. We're gonna go back to just chatting because I forgot to change my category. Okay, done, and good. Okay. You mean the Bill? Yeah, the Bill. Yeah, that one guy. The Bill. Have you met the Bill? Okay, let's push play. Hey, look how everybody's got these translucent glass-looking buttons now that Apple's done it. I'm just noticing them everywhere. Windows had them, like the new Windows had them. I don't know why mine old one didn't have it, but the new one is all clear. Interesting. All right, let's give this a watch, and we'll comment along the way. When you're watching other content on live, what content do you make? Oh, when you're not watching others' content on live, what content do you make? Called out on Twitter, on YouTube. Hi. That's so true. Yes, I agree. Watching other people's content is a little cheap, but I'm also dumb. So I need other people who are smarter than me to say stuff so that I can comment on it. My name is XtianNinja. The mission here is to build and support people, communities, lost and lonely folks, through engaging, through shared experiences. I was a pastor for a long time, so we do pastoral counseling, mental health stuff. That's the whole thing. Mondays is all about mental Bible stuff and talking about the faith and talking about, kind of moral and ethical issues in the news and just that kind of stuff. Tuesday is about content creation. I'm the executive director of the Alliance for Creative Outreach, which is a network of Christian content creators. We help them, we support them, we network them, we resource them. On Wednesday, it's we talk about mental health stuff. It's Wellness Wednesday, so we talk about how to be kind of better, upstairs with the emotional thing. And then Thursday is just shared experiences, variety stuff. I do everything from play Lego to indie games to everything else. Looking at weird pictures. So that's what it is. So today lines up. What's up, Joshua? Today lines up because we have he's smart. The TUS.GG, this guy. His name is what's his name? Nick? Hold on. Zach. His name is Zach. And he's quite smart. He knows what he's doing, right? You ever do any other fantasy stuff? Well, I'm about to play Duet Night Abyss. After this, I'm going to be playing Duet Night Abyss on the on ye old gotcha, but it's gotcha without the gotcha. Oh no, it's I do Bible stuff on Monday, but because I was a pastor for a long time. I know you guys in Twitch are like, who are you talking to? It's the guy on YouTube. I'm not allowed to show that on Twitch because that's illegal. But I'm talking to someone on YouTube. So it's I was a pastor for a long time, so my worldview is a Christian worldview, right? I have a Christian worldview, but that is what my filter is through. So I play all kinds of games, I do all kinds of stuff. Like you talk about fantasy stuff, like I love anime, and Final Fantasy was super fun, and I'm not opposed to fantasy at all. And we don't spend all of our time in the Bible. I do believe that the Bible is the authority for life and God's word, and that is how we should live in the world, and tells us everything that we need to know. But I also know that there's more stuff out there that is also good, so that we spend our time everywhere. I'm a variety streamer because it's hard to do, and I try to do things as hard as possible whenever I do things. That's just how I roll. All right, I'm gonna push play, and we're gonna go, and I'm gonna go find my rectangle. So 1 second here.
There is so much to talk about with this year's TwitchCon 2025 that we actually have to make a few different videos about it because there's a bunch of things we need to talk about. We have to talk about the things that they have announced. We have to talk about the convention itself and what its future is. We have to talk about Dan Clancy, and then there's a whole bunch of other tertiary things that we also have to cover as it relates to the entire weekend that was TwitchCon and the future of this platform. So let's start things up with Dan Clancy being announced, coming out looking like he just woke up and doesn't really know where he is.
little mean, but still kind of. It is interesting that he does look like he like you think you're used to suits, right? Just fantasy Bible stuff? Do you make stuff up, or do you just say the basic made up stuff already written? Just the basic made up stuff already written. Because if you go outside of the basic made up stuff already written, then you are what's known as a heretic. So we try to stay with the stuff already written down. That's loud.
Welcome to TwitchCon. So Twitch started with a bunch of dedicated gamers streaming the games they loved, but it has grown into something much bigger. Kai Cenat, Selena Gomez, Ed Sheeran, Snoop Dogg, Kim Kardashian, Zerator's latest Z event broke the record. Blackboy Max are evolving the way music artists like Quavo and Lil Yachty. Squeezy is turning Formula Racing into a creator-driven sport. Kings League is changing the game of soccer. Ibai's Lavalada Del Año broke yet another Twitch record. Now Twitch is also attracting musicians, athletes, entertainers, and other celebrities. Stud Buds, WNBA with Shiloh and Shador Sanders, Fred Again's new album, Ice Spice, Paris Fashion Week, the Olympic gold medalist Sunisa Lee, and Spanish artist...
He's flying through this for a reason.
He did a live reunion.
Okay, so I've cut that down. Hopefully, I've cut that down into being something that is showing you what
One
we're
sec, Psycho.
talking about here. Big events, sports events, IRL events, celebrities. None of this is about who founded and created the overall platform of Twitch and what the vast majority of content on this platform actually is. And I think that's super, super important to recognize because this platform is not necessarily thinking of this community the way that it once did.
What he's about to say is actually, I think, critically important for us to understand as an organization, as Taco, as content creators in general, because what he's about to say is essentially that Twitch doesn't think of us. All right, bye, Lightgate. Like, we are not what Twitch is for anymore is going to be his argument. And I think that's very interesting because especially as they talk about big names, which is hard not to talk about celebrities because they, gather a lot of people. But what does that mean when it comes to how Twitch corporate or Twitch, the future or the way that they're building their tools and whatnot? What does that mean if you're not, Kai Cenat? Does that, or are you still factored into their thinking? That's an interesting thing. Psycho says, I do D&D and base the missions on the Bible stories because you can't make that up yourself and it's much better than D&D stories. Dude, that sounds fascinating. Do you write them yourself or do you do you have like pre-made ones? Like, I'd love to hear about that. That sounds really neat. Bible story stuff. Trying to find like a historical drama section. That'd be kind of cool. Plenty to work with. All right, listen to what he says here.
They are thinking bigger. They are thinking cultural, and they're trying to figure out ways in order to support that cultural growth on the platform. They are not thinking about the individual. They're not thinking about the person who's been here for 10 years. They're not thinking about the person who is just starting up and wants to play Battlefield 6 on stream. They're not thinking about the Xbox streamer. They are thinking big picture cultural growth. They are not thinking about what is already established here.
Which, if you remember, and this is the YouTube thing, it's almost like Twitch is following 8 years behind YouTube in, some of this kind of stuff. And YouTube, when they started, 14, 15 years ago, they were very YouTube. That's why they were called that. It was people in their basements who they didn't know what they were doing. They were just throwing stuff out because they thought it was fun. They had a digital camera. They uploaded some stuff. There was no money involved. They were doing it completely for free out of passion. When it started to, how can this grow and whatnot? And then they started, how do we monetize this and whatnot? It started to change the culture a bit, but it was still the big names were, I always think of like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, that kind of thing. But there's others out there. I just can't remember any of their names, especially none of the female ones. I just didn't watch them. They were still people in front of their computers and putting out good content or putting out consistent content, or they were extra funny or extra, whatever they were. They had something to offer, but it was still them, just them, their show, their stuff, their editing, their content. And then as you started to see, and this, I don't know how many years ago you'd go back, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, when the corporate entities out there like ABC, CBC, all the big TV channels and producers and movies and all that stuff are like, hey, YouTube's a thing. They're all like, okay, we'll put our stuff on YouTube. And as soon as that started to happen, that's when, like you had Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon were all of the hits on the recommended, where they were big because they were, super well produced and whatnot, and they could afford advertising. They could afford to, boost their stuff, and it was safe for YouTube because they knew that advertisers were already investing in the Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon stuff, and so therefore it was, that's what we play, just like them, so you can give us advertising money too. And then things started to shift. Now, what ended up happening was the creators, in seeing that, is they went, oh, we have to go pro if we want to be good. And so as they started to build, more expensive, more elaborate, more fancy content. Big teams are forming and with real, like, full production stuff. And that became YouTube. That became, the big stuff was really massive, huge projects. And that's what people were watching with a lot of hits. Then about 3 years ago, I think it was about 3 years ago. There was sort of a clapback. I think it was maybe after Adpocalypse 2, Revenge of the Adpocalypse, was people were like, they're kind of tired of the corporate stuff. Maybe it was COVID. You know, it might have been a COVID thing where they're like, the same stuff that's on TV is the same stuff that's on YouTube, is the same stuff that's everywhere. All my shorts, all my, everything on Instagram, everything is just Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, nonstop clips of like Breaking Bad and all the same shows that I'm watching on TV. I want something else. And the culture started to shift back to more of a YouTube thing. In fact, there was a time 2 years ago, one of the biggest upcoming creators on YouTube was just a dude who was working out, and his videos were very few edits. Like there was like 5 cuts over the course of like a 45-minute or 2 hours, something like really long video. And all he would do is kind of chat, work out. And he was sort of held up as the way that YouTube is going, the way that YouTube is coming back to being real kind of YouTube. And people are watching it for longer period of time, more hanging out. You look at the loneliness epidemic of just kind of the world. People don't have friends. I saw another term. What the heck was it? The the friendship drought, they called it. There's a friendship drought, especially among men. Most men in North America don't have a friend, period. They just don't have a friend. And so because of this friendship drought, now you have parasocial relationships becoming really important. And so how do you can't parasocially relate to, Walter White. You can't parasocially relate to any of the late night hosts, right? What you can do is you find somebody online that kind of like you, kind of interested in you, talks like a normal person. And it's like that person's kind of cool. I can live vicariously through or vicariously alongside this person because they get me, and I like hanging out with them. Twitch has always been, or at least from my understanding, a hangout spot, right? Yes, it's about gaming, but it's not primarily about coming and watching video games. It is coming and having a shared experience about the same video game that you like. Watching somebody who's good at it, watching somebody who's bad at it, watching somebody who knows something you don't, or is willing to play something you can't afford, or is playing through something in a different way that you could never do, or that you want to do but can't. You're at work, they are doing a thing. It's a shared experience of that game you like, and you're hanging out with that person. That's always been that way, and now you can communicate with that person and ask questions and talk about why are you doing that, what's going on. They can be funny. You can build a community. That is the core of Twitch. It's why I got into the ministry I got into, and why many Christian content creators got into doing this. It is because we saw the potential of community to people who were lost, lonely, disenfranchised, that had no other way of getting, being loved, being cared for, being taught about, that they have value, they have mental health help, spiritual stuff. Like we're like, those people we can access through their computers. If we make decent content, then we can go and we can help them, become their online family. If what this has got, if what Zach here is saying is true, and I have no reason to argue, and Twitch is starting to think big picture, is it possible that you're going to see sort of the same thing happen to Twitch as happened to YouTube, where all of a sudden all the content and all the promoted content and all of everything kind of focuses on big names, and it's harder and harder for the little guy to grow? Or alternatively, and I think this actually might be more likely, and that is Twitch will rebel, right? When they start pushing this thing, there are a lot of small creators out there who are going to rebel and say, this is not what Twitch is. This isn't what we're all about. This isn't why we started. Their community is going to be like, this is not what we're at. Stop trying to turn, Twitch into HBO, OnlyFans, I don't know, something. Like, stop changing the content just for the sake of big events that make money or big things that make money, or we are not that. And I wonder if that rebellion is going to catch anything. I don't know which way it's going to go. It could be that everybody's like, screw this noise. We're going to go to streaming platform X because now we've lost the culture. Maybe Kick, because Kick, their whole thing is freedom and do whatever you want. So therefore, if you go to Twitch or go to Kick, it's kind of like what Twitch was at the beginning. So I wonder if there'll be shifted. I don't know. I don't know, but it's an interesting discussion to have.
And I think that's super, super important for people to understand about today's Twitch and where the direction of this platform is going to continue to head. You've probably seen conversations online about how Twitch needs to go back to being a gaming platform. Unfortunately, I think they're leaving that in the dust. I don't think that's going to be something that is a viable strategy for how they're thinking about this actual platform. Let's continue.
For Twitch to remain the home for community-centric live streaming, we need to continue to develop the platform to meet the evolving needs of our creators. Not just today's stars, but the streamers who are still early in their journeys. So in Rotterdam,
which is interesting, because that goes exactly against what, kind of Zach just said. We're really thinking about the guys coming up, but what is he going to say when it comes to thinking about the little guy?
Give you a first look at the work we are doing to support dual format streaming and vertical video on mobile. Dual format streaming lets streamers go live in both
How did I do that again? I'm sorry. That was dumb. My bad. So right now, I am actually supposed to be streaming in vertical and horizontal. It's got something in OBS called enhanced broadcasting, which sends two signals in the same way. It's a little different than YouTube. I was really excited about it. On YouTube, you send two distinct signals, like as in like, here is the one on this channel, here's the one on this channel. If you go to YouTube right now and you look at my channel, you'll see two different thumbnails. One is the vertical, one is the horizontal. Two different, basically two different streams. The different for what Twitch is doing, which is this enhanced broadcasting thing, which is more the same signal sent two different ways. It's not a different stream. It's the same stream sent two different ways. A little bit different. I'm supposed to be doing it right now. If you see it, if you could find it, I'll look for it while we're listening here, and I'll see if I can find it myself. I don't know if it's even working. I don't even know how to check, but it's supposed to be. It's at least eating up all my bandwidth. You know what's crazy though, from a hardware perspective? The stream that I'm doing right now, because I have OBS set to essentially max performance or max quality. Right, highest level quality, highest stuff, as much as Twitch is willing to take. I have a 3060 in this machine. My GPU is running at 50% just with OBS. That's how much juice it takes to actually do this job. It's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. All right, let's keep playing, and I'm going to see if I can find myself in vertical while we're listening.
Vertical and horizontal formats at the same time. So this means no matter where your viewers are tuning in from, they'll have an optimal viewing experience. I'm excited to share that we're ready to move dual format streaming into beta testing.
This is, again, one of those things that is good in theory, but it doesn't... It really does dramatically change who this platform is for. Because while it is true that you can watch gaming in a vertical feed, there's no games,
I don't think it's working.
Games that are designed for a vertical feed. While yes, this will benefit people who do create horizontal content to make it easier to consume on a mobile device, I don't think it's for those people. I think this is designed, again, for people to casually go live on their phones, casually be so basically not having a desktop setup. Okay,
but remember, if they're thinking big events, if they're thinking like a big people really celebrity focused or people focused or event focused, that all can happen in vertical. right? Yes, us, snobs are like, turn your phone. This is the way that your TV works. This is the way your monitor works. This is the way everything works. Just turn your phone. But a lot of people consume only by mobile now. They're, especially globally. If you go to any other country in the world, especially more impoverished countries or places where things aren't sort of first world or whatever. My son went to El Salvador, for example. Pardon me. They discovered that everybody had a phone. And there's like one place to charge it. You had to walk a long way to go get there, kind of thing, because you could afford a phone, which would get you contact with all the everything and give you like all that you need. But you don't have a computer. When satellite gaming and the esports group that I hang out with sometimes, when they go do an event, they'll go to, say, Brazil, or they'll go to other South American countries, and they do the whole esports event on phone games, like I think PUBG, and the other one, I can't remember what the other one's called. I never play it, but there's another one and that's what they do it on. When they have a tournament, they don't have a bunch of PCs network. They have people on their phones. That's the way they do tournament, because that's how people play. So if the whole world, we think globally, the whole world is mostly phones, then gearing your platform to be better for that puts you on a more global market, right? And if you look at my vertical stream right now, which you can only see on YouTube, see if I can pull it up. Well, that's not going to work, is it?
Grammar.
Shh, quiet. My channel. Go to my channel.
Digital marketing and online advertising.
Ta-da. Right? You go to my channel right here, and you'll see that the way it's set up is perfect for this. Like I'm currently showing my face up here, and he can be completely seen because he's in the middle of his screen. Not as cool when you're doing like an ultra wide game, or you expect, like for mine, all my, like half my games are ultra wide. That's not as good, because then all of a sudden it's like this big on the screen. So you're zooming in, which means you're missing like all of the details on how your life is and whatever game info. And especially if you're a variety streamer, changing your variety stream, like changing your game, is rough. If you always play the same game, you can kind of maneuver your little bits onto the vertical stream. Be like, here's, we'll take this over here and take this over here, and we'll kind of cut it in so you can see my life and see my map and see whatnot. And it kind of assembles it, and you can be kind of okay. But if all of a sudden you change to a different game, which I do daily, I do daily, at least weekly, there's no way to do that. There's just no way to do that. But it works better in a global market. I'm on phone right now. I enjoy seeing the stream and chat at the same time. Would that take chat away? It would. No, I wouldn't think so. Like, actually, I haven't seen a vertical stream, and I've flipped through on the app. I don't even know where to access them, to be honest. Like when I look at the actual app, right? Where would I go to look for a vertical stream? Is that one? No, that's a clip. So live, like all the lives right now are horizontal. They're all horizontal. And I can't find, no, that's an ad. Right? And I can't find a single vertical stream, even though I'm supposedly streaming in it. Supposedly. If you find one, let me know. If you see a vertical stream anywhere, let me know, because I'm part of the vertical beta. I'm on the Twitch beta vertical Discord. I've got the right software. Hit the button.
And you're going to see that Twitch is leaning more to the cultural side of IRL streaming. Again, something that we're going to talk about in a future video, but you've seen a lot of people complaining about IRL. Welcome to Twitch's future.
We want to take our time to get this right.
And just to pause he's sort of implying that's a bad thing, right? The implication is that's not what Twitch is about. That's not what Twitch is for. That's not how it's supposed to work, et cetera, et cetera. However, does that for us, when we think of it as a Christian content creation community, where we're like, okay, how do we serve this new community that's what they want, as opposed to, kick against the goads where we're like, no, you can't change anything. Does it mean that essentially we switch to more live events, more experiential stuff? Because quite frankly, that is our, at least from a church perspective or from a Christian perspective, from an artist perspective, a lot of the talented people that's what they do. They do it on stage. They do it, on as a drama. They do it, like through TikTok and whatnot. Like that's how they exist is as a performance. A church is like that, right? Like it happens on a stage and it's very vertical, like just the pulpit, very vertical, like things like that. So is it that we adapt and we go, all right, so instead of me playing games, I'm going to be doing more, I don't know, like framing it as like here I am sitting with you and there's the frame and you can kind of hold up and you can see me full because we're just having a conversation and it's less about the game experience and more about the unique conversation you can have with that person who's, kind of sitting there with you on your phone. I wonder. That might not be a bad thing, but it's going to be a heck of a conversion.
We're adding streamers to the beta gradually while we collect feedback and iterate.
So again, this was their opening statement. This is the big starting point to which they build from. We're continuing to invest in the mobile experience. Oof. Okay, so we've set the tone here. Let's see where it goes.
One thing I love is streaming IRL from TwitchCon. I know many of you do too. It's a great way to bring your community along for the weekend. So I'm excited that soon you will be able to IRL stream from your classes.
And the crowd goes
mild.
The mildest I've ever heard. There was almost a boo in there. Let me listen to that again.
From your classes.
Yeah, not a lot of excitement there. Again, for anybody, this was before the actual convention had gotten into the full swing of things. And you've seen it on Twitter now, if you've paid any attention to social media. Lots of people complaining about IRL streamers, not there to bring their communities along, but there to be a nuisance, there to be a bother, there to create content and turn people's experiences into content, whether they wanted it to be content or not.
See, and again, that is true in a sense that you have people that are being a nuisance, selfie sticks and people filming and doing stupid stuff, mean stuff, prank stuff, I'm the center of attention, main character type things. Yeah, that definitely happens. But that's the person, not the content. That's the person, not the platform. That is the creator, not the tools that they're using. That person is a tool. That person's a jerk, and they're going to find a way to be a jerk no matter what. It is, the question isn't, people are going to abuse this. Yes, they're going to, no matter what, they're going to abuse it. Vertical, horizontal, live, recorded. They're going to abuse it. You shouldn't set policy by this is, bad. There are going to be bad people who do it. The question is, can you help more people? Can you do better things? Can you create better experiences by being vertical and by being live? Maybe, I don't know. I personally think you can't on a phone. Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe it's just because I love movies so much. Maybe it's because I'm just a tech nerd. I don't like watching. I can't imagine watching an event and listening to it through the phone audio while having someone jiggle around a camera. You know what I mean? Give me my stabilization. Give me the gimbal. Give me the proper audio, like preset studio stuff, because it's how I want to see that. I want somebody who's pro, having shot the thing and cutting and adding the background music and stuff. That's how I want to experience the event. Live, I think it would just be more annoying. Maybe it's just because I don't do it. Do any of you watch live events from phones? Has anybody done that? I can see like, hey, I'm here at TwitchCon and I'm doing fun stuff, and hey, check it out, I'm at Taco and this is so and so, and send. right? It's live. It's a thing, or not live, but it's like it's close to live, but it's not trying to experience the event. The glasses, I don't know if there's any value argument for live streaming from glasses other than the streamers wanting to disguise that they're streaming, which isn't a great thing. I don't think it's even going to be a disguise because they're going to stick out. And the way that the rules are right now, or seem to be, I think all of them that I know of have a little red light. Can you cover that with a little bit of nail polish? Yes. But the idea is they're supposed to have a little red light when they're recording. But I think honestly, if you walk, when you walk, you go boom, boom, boom. That's how you walk, which means those glasses are going to be doing this the whole time. Unless you do some kind of stabilization software so that it can automatically keep the jiggle from jiggling, this is going to be a terrible experience. And that requires a lot of processing power. I don't think glasses have that.
Whether they're just going about their lives and enjoying the actual convention show floor, they were turned into content by people who are doing IRL content.
That is an issue. Like, not the argument is if you are in public, you can be used for content. That's kind of how the law works. If you're walking down the road at a park and someone films it and you walk by, you can't sue them for being in their content. At least in whatever state that you can't do that. Probably not. Probably, I don't know. Canada's weird, but at least in the US, most places. But is that cool? Some people don't think that's cool. They don't stick out. There are already YouTube stuff all about it. And if you're in a public area with many people, you aren't looking at every pair of glasses. No, that's it. If you go to TwitchCon, I would imagine you should assume you're going to be walking through somebody's video. I just would assume. But at the same time, if you're at the park or you're at the pool, if you're at some place that you're a little bit more intimate kind of thing, a little bit more exposed, the bathroom, things like that. Like that's not where you want someone wearing those glasses. I was gonna learn how to walk without bouncing. It's just like gimbal yourself like a chicken. Like everybody's got to walk like a chicken.
Even IRL streamers have said, well, things have really changed a lot. These glasses are only going to exacerbate that problem, but it does show you where Twitch's priorities lie. They do not lie with the creator on this platform that is making their bread and butter. It is not the people who are earning sub revenue. It is the future of cultural impact that they are leaning on. Okay? Point blank. You're going to hear it over and over and over again. You're going to see more and more examples of that throughout Twitch in the future. This is where they are leaning.
What's the TikTok accent? Is that a thing? What's a TikTok? The TikTok accent. What's that? What's the TikTok accent? Hold on. Give me volume. Boop. Thank you.
I have. Content creators on TikTok have developed a unique way of speaking, often referred as the influencer speak or the TikTok voice. This style involves ending sentences in an upward inflection, as if it's a question.
All major video-based platform algorithms reward retention when people don't scroll away, and the staccato uptick in your voice when you're talking keeps people watching.
While the accent isn't new, the terminology to describe it is. Some TikTokers suggest that it originated from the Valley Girl accent.
Good morning, you guys. I'm just making my morning coffee. I'm so tired.
Changing the way you
Put your phone away. Put your phone away. Oh, my dear. Do not. It's okay. You can film later when you're, ready and awake. And after the coffee. I just had the most bestest coffee ever. Let me show you how I made it. Now you're awake. Just a cool my word. I guess the TikTok accent makes sense. I know that the kids these days, them chilling, like comment and subscribe and just like having YouTube speak built into them because it's just, they don't even think. It kind of reminds me of, this was a while ago. I think it was, I was still pastoring at the time. And they were talking about how they were doing an interview with and this is gonna be a little bit raw, so forgive me. But they were interviewing somebody who was a Christian who used to be someone who gathered girls for pornography. And he was saying when he started the job, there was training. You go find a girl and whatever, and then you have to train them how to be in the film. He said, now that with the proliferation of the internet, with the proliferation of so much pornography, he said, I didn't even have to train them anymore because they knew what to do at 18 years old, 19 years old, walking through the door as soon as I recruited them, which is very much the sense that media, bad as it is, had such an impact on the culture that's how they just were naturally able to function. So in the same way, like how you watch TikTok and how you watch Instagram and what you see on YouTube, all that stuff is going to get into your brain whether you like it or not. Which is the argument that we have as Christian content creators is, yeah, that's exactly what we want, to get into people's brains and to help them with their self-esteem, to help them understand how the world works, to help them be better people of themselves, to see God, to understand all that stuff. That's what we want too. And if they watch us and we spend time doing that, we are intentional about it, we can maybe combat some of this insanity.
Speaking, creating this sort of online persona does have its challenges though, because many of my friends and family have noticed differences in how I speak and sound online compared to in person. In real life, my voice tends to sound a little bit more relaxed like this, but on social media, adapting the TikTok accent becomes necessary to capture the viewer's attention. It's not surprising that many people sound similar.
I hate that. I refuse. And maybe that's why I'm not, successful. It's because I literally refuse to do that, man. I'm not going to become someone else. When I was pastoring, when I was preaching, when I was sitting, in small groups and whatnot, I worked really hard to be the same person everywhere. I didn't want you to come see me on stage as I was doing my thing and then meet a different person after church that spoke different, sounded different, acted different, whatever. I want to be the same person ever. Yes, that's a public speaking version of me who, has prepared notes and is trying to teach, which means I'm not going to use all the same kind of stuff, but I was trying to be me. And so I think in the same way, and maybe that's the difference between TikTok and YouTube or Instagram and Twitch, is that there is sort of the implication. I don't think you can keep that up for 4 hours. Maybe I'm crazy, but as a Twitch streamer, I don't think I could do an upward inflection for the entire time. Granted, there are VTubers who speak in their own, like pretend voice, and they made up voice for hours and hours at a time. So if you're a voice actor, maybe you can do it. Not me, though.
We are working with Meta and their new wearable device access toolkit to enable streamers to go live hands-free directly from their AI glasses. Now, every day, moments happen on streams that you don't want to miss. Mm-hmm. But as a viewer, you can't always be there. Mm-hmm. Over the last few years, we've invested in making those moments easier to capture and share with clips.
Okay.
Going forward, clips will be a big part of our strategy to help viewers easily catch up on the best moments from their previous streams. So as part of this, we're evolving the stories experience so it's focused on clips and catching up on key moments.
Now, I don't know if anybody knows what stories are on Twitch, because from my understanding, the overall usefulness of them is practically zero, the amount of people that are using it. Most people use stories to say, hey, I'm going live. That's it. If you take a...
Yeah, if you go right now... More FOMO. if you go to the I don't see people using except for double dipping their shorts. Maybe, like, for example, if you have a short that you are putting on YouTube Shorts and you're putting on TikTok and you're putting on wherever, that's like, all right, it's 2 clicks away from uploading it onto to the Twitch app. But even then, it's not unique. It's not like special content made for that platform. It's just another place you're uploading the same content you're putting on YouTube. It's I've never used it. I don't even do go lives from it. Like, does anybody in chat at all, literally anybody, ever scan the reels or whatever they call it on Twitch? I don't. I go straight to whomever, or I will scroll the live feeds You know, like what's going on and what are people doing? But I don't do the vertical stuff.
Look at your stories feed on desktop or on the mobile app. Most of the posts will be, hey, I'm live. And that's not the experience that Twitch wants. They're going to try to force the experience. It's probably not going to work, but they're going to try to force the experience of stories to be about clips, about a recap, about catching up on what you may have missed in the previous stream.
According to who? That another thing. And yeah, it's a good point. It's easy to hit add to story, but Reddit, like, you still have to edit the clip. You still have to put it out there, and you know, at least I know, or I think, nobody's gonna see it if I put it on Twitch. What's the point, right? It's easy enough to go click. All right, send it to stories, and now I'm gonna put it somewhere somebody can see it. TikTok and YouTube.
I don't think this is going to be successful. I think this is going to be another failed investment into the stories product that will probably not change anybody's utility of that actual feature.
So this idea of catching up hinges on streamers making and sharing clips immediately after every stream.
Again, this is a behavior that people don't do, and I don't think that most will.
You're supposed to, right? You're kind of supposed to. You're supposed to go to, you know, what did people clip? Let's go just take 5-10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. Head over to the clips section of your videos thing, which is actually a lot better than it used to be. Way better. You can actually kind of chop it up a little bit, make it a little bit better. You can't do a lot. You can cut the edges off, and you can put like the gaming and the camera on there. About it. But it's still a lot better than it was. And then you could do that. But most people, when they're done streaming, they're done streaming. They don't want to be in the chair anymore. Stories would be more engagement if you could comment on them. All you can do is like, get 1 or 2 likes on the stories. Meh. Yeah. Where's the incentive for creating the content? Is it, you know, you want feedback, you want to connect with the community. And if you're not getting any, what's the point?
Even with the tooling that they're about to announce here.
But right now, only 1 in 4 streamers do this. Larger streamers will often have editors who help them find, make, and share those clips. But doing this yourself is time-consuming, and if you're like me, it's not something you want to do right after you finish a stream. That's why I'm excited to tell you about a new feature we're building called Auto Clips. Auto Clips will help you automatically create clips based on the best parts of your stream using AI and a variety of signals from the broadcast and chat. You can also hand-pick these moments yourself.
So I can see that kind of working. I like you can edit clips that someone else did. Like, for instance, did they adjust the camera? Yeah, you can do. Yeah, exactly. If somebody hits clips and it looks like a mess, you can figure it out. Yeah, for sure. I think, okay, sorry. We use Opus Pro, or I use Opus Pro, or Samus used Opus Pro. Opus Pro is used on my stream, and I can attest to the fact that if you use it, you will get, you know, they'll give you 40 clips, man, but it will like 5 of them will be good, and even those will need some pretty good editing, right? They don't just come out crystal clear and perfect. I think there'd be a bit better if they can do it with the AI on Twitch, a bit better, because right, exactly. So because it'd be like, oh, when chat blows up some, or you see a lot of lol, or you see a lot of emotes, or you know, a bunch of engagement starts to happen, something happened around there, you know, let's clip that and see if we can find what the thought was, or what the, you know, before, and then how they connected. Okay, I can see that. Maybe when he gets louder, when someone laughs, when the volume goes up, when they have a system that you can use, I think it's free, where you tell it what game you're playing or have played, and it will auto clip big events. Like, it's been trained so that when you're playing Fortnite, when a thing happens, it knows that thing was good, right? And then so therefore it's able to kind of go, okay, that's good. Here's a clip, because we know that what in this game, but there's like 1 billion games on Twitch, and what is a good moment? I don't know. I think what you're going to end up doing is they're going to do exactly the same thing that they did with the Twitch AI like banning thing, where all of a sudden you just get a ton of people that are banned that don't like, they got a ton of people banned that didn't deserve it, like Pastor Houston. I think you're just going to get a whack of just garbage clips that have nothing to do with nothing, make no sense. You're going to be wading through this sea of useless stuff that's going to take your time and be like, okay, I found one and it needed to be edited, but I had to watch 20 clips from my own stream that were, why were they even on there? And unless it knows sort of like what a successful Twitch clip that would go viral is like, maybe it'll teach you how to do it. I don't know what it'll pick. Yeah. Beat the boss clip from, yeah, exactly. Beat the boss, or the same extreme, and maybe, you know, I never didn't think of this until now, but like if they discover that the AI will clip and share certain words, certain events, certain volumes, certain expressions, then you're going to get, you know, that you heard the TikTok accent, right? Or the YouTube, you know, where they have to say unalived, or they have to, you know, use all this TikTok or this YouTube speak to kind of get around the algorithm. I wonder if all of a sudden they will discover, you'll start to see streamers that are pro streamers using the AI system, whatever they've learned about it, you know, to like game the system. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I think AI isn't going to determine if people are reacting to bad moments that shouldn't be clipped in the first place. Right. Yeah, exactly. Where does that come from? I don't know how this is going to work. It'd be nice if it did. Clipping is really, really difficult. Like I have a hard time with it, and I've had a hard time with it. You know, Samus offered kindly to help with me. The amount of work that she had to put into it was nuts to make them any good. And then, you know, then they put them out there, and you never know if they're going to hit or what they're going to do, if they're going to be any good, if they're going to be any like catch any attention. And it seems to be very random. It's very hard to do successful clips.
While you're streaming, just by saying something like, clip that.
No.
I'm sorry. It's just, it is so remarkable how many misses on the pause for applause happen throughout this overall thing.
And I think the thing is, maybe it's just me, but there was a time, if you go way back, I think, I don't know, even 3-4 years, that people would say, clip that. Oh, whatever, clip that, you know, and that would be part of the parlance for Twitch, because they're in the middle of the game or they're doing something else and they're asking their community to hit that so that they can go and get it later because it was super cool and they want to turn it into a short. That kind of phased out, at least in the people that I've seen, the people that I was kind of engaging with. They don't do that anymore. And bringing that back is probably not, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. There's a draft mode for clips that the streamer can either publish or delete. I would think that they'd have to. They can't, because they don't want to inundate their system with garbage, right? They don't want to just put out everything and anything, because nobody would watch it. It would be terrible.
Nothing. No one clapping. No one excited. Remarkable.
So that way it'll be easier for you to figure out what those great moments are even while you're streaming. So initially, auto clips will create standard clips like you're already familiar with. But soon, it will help create clips that splice together portions of your stream to eliminate dead space or combine great moments. And auto clips will also automatically include captions to...
That would be cool. The combined great moments, like if at the end of stream, it will go, okay, let's go through and put together like a 3-minute summary video of the best moments. If it could figure itself out, because Opus Pro sucks at this. Like, no, it's not bad, it's not terrible. To me, they're the best ones who can do it, but even then it's not great. But like it's you have to go through and you have to put these things together. You can set it so that you give me a 10-minute video from my 4-hour stream, and I've done that, but it's just a mishmash of things put together, or like a chunk. Here's a chunk. And it doesn't make any sense why they picked that or together. But if it was able to go, here's the highlights, here's the funny parts, here's where people laughed, here's where people reacted, even if it doesn't know, if it just grabs like 20 seconds before a big reaction, just kind of puts them together, you'd have something. It'd be something, and you could maybe use that for your trailer, and maybe use that for some other kind of content that might be helpful. You know, I honestly think they're trying to help. I do. I'm not going to complain about everything. Wouldn't it be nice if this worked out? Wouldn't it be nice if clipping was easier? Wouldn't it be nice if it was a good system that allowed you to, you know, release YouTube videos or whatever videos to kind of say, hey, today on stream, I did a fun thing. Come watch my 3-minute highlight. And I would do that. Heck, when Donut was or is, I can't remember. I think he quit. I don't know if he started back up again. I don't know if he's done it. But he was putting together highlight reels for Christian streamers. He was putting together like, this is a fun moment. And what? So for him, it was murder to try to go to all these streamers, you know, find something good, look through some clips, ask for clips from them. They were, you know, it was hard to send them. And then him create one video of just something interesting. Imagine if you had just it dumping 3-minute highlight reels into a thing. He, you know, it'd make those things a lot better. Probably, maybe, if it works. I wonder how does it work compared to other AI clipping platforms? Well, that's what I was saying. Like, Opus Pro is the best in the business that I know of, and it's still not great. So
improve the viewing experience, and eventually will allow streamers to use this on all clips.
Okay. There is the part that actually people want, is the ability for it to auto-generate captions. This is a thing that people have been asking for with clips for years, is, hey, why—
We're going to get AI to auto-clip. Meh. We're going to get AI to put together auto summaries. Meh. We're going to allow it to make captions. Captioning is a pain in the butt, man. It added a shaky camera effect to every single... Did it really? I've never had that. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Just Jay. Like, yeah. Pfft. Maybe it's got some cool new things going on there where it's like figuring things out. What kind of were you editing? Was it talking head stuff or was it game stuff? Because I know that for me, it's all talking head. I'm usually like exactly in the same thing. It was game stuff. Maybe it was trying to do something, or like it was having a hard time framing. I don't know. But I know that because all mine are talking heads, I'm just sitting here. Canva does all right. Canva's great, man. I don't know if the internet could function without Canva anymore. It's so powerful.
Why don't we have the ability to, currently, if you export a clip to TikTok or Instagram,
you got to turn off the move the camera to center on the face thing. Oh yeah, which isn't a problem for me because mine generally doesn't go anywhere. But yeah, if you're active, I would imagine that'd be a problem. Yeah, all right.
Or YouTube, you can change the title and the description and kind of the framing of the actual clip, but that's about it. There's no like cut tool, there's no ability to add captions, there's no ability to turn it into something more. It is,
like I said, you can trim the front and the back off, but you can't like do anything in the middle for like that, which is usually you need to. It still looks bad when interesting. Yeah, I would have thought they wouldn't have done anything because I don't move. I'm gonna play it later, Girk. I've got it. It's all queued up. It's ready to go. I'm gonna play it later. So don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. After this video, I'm gonna play Do It Night Abyss. I'm looking forward to it.
Incredibly limited overall. So he's forward projecting something that probably isn't going to come out until, beta testing in 2026. But that the long-term distance of that actual announcement is probably 2027. That's going to be my guess here. There was some excitement for that, by the way. There was some excitement for that. So it's not like this is a dead crowd. There is excitement when legitimate, exciting things are announced.
When you're done streaming, it'll be fast and easy to review these clips along with any clips made by your community. You can approve or reject them, then share your best moments with your followers on your stories feed. And of course, these clips aren't just for helping your existing viewers catch up. Our goal is that AutoClips helps you create high-quality clips that you'd want to share on your socials to help grow your audience. So as AutoClips creates more clips, it'll get better at identifying the best moments from your stream.
Only if we give it feedback.
So again, they are not introducing discovery with this function on the platform. They are not creating a TikTok-like feed.
Yeah.
They are creating a...
Well, I was in the vertical alpha. I'm now in the vertical beta for Twitch, right? So that beta came out like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So yeah, things are, I mean, glad they're doing stuff and I'm glad they're testing it, but I still think when they go live with this, it's going to be just a sea of garbage for a while. And then what'll end up happening is what usually happens. And that is people will go, well, it doesn't work, so I'm not going to use it, and then disappear, which the AI is like, please feed me. You know, I need to know what's good, and then I'll be better at this job. But if everybody kind of goes, it didn't work, I don't care. You know, I'm not going to do this. I have other systems. I'm going to go back to the way it was. Then it'll never get smarter. It's rough. Like I've said it before. I don't want to work for Twitch. That's a hard job. I don't want to come up with this stuff. It'd be really, really difficult. Just a sea of cats trying to please them all.
Way to create demand for the stories function. And they're hoping that if they create those clips and they're easy to make and they're actual good clips, that you then take the initiative to then go post them on other platforms. Okay. So for anybody who's going,
which it lets you do
clips-based discovery on Twitch, it's not what they're focusing on. It's not what they're doing. They recognize they don't have the ability, they don't have the demand, they don't have the capability to actually create something of value like that. So they're showing it to your existing followers through the stories function. And
when I watch Twitch clips on mobile, I can only watch it on vertical. And even then it's even like little, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And encouraging you to post it to Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, where they'll end up being seen more.
All right, next.
But you know what happened? And that is YouTube sometimes doesn't play nice. Same with Twitter, X. What they've done in the past is when you do sort of a double dipping where you're like, okay, I'm going to put it on YouTube and then send it here, or I'm going to go here and then it'll auto feed YouTube. They will just remove the API. They'll just say, okay, no, you can't do that anymore. That's exactly what Twitch did, or not Twitch, Twitter did, right there. He came in and he's like, no, you can't do that anymore. Like on WordPress, I can't auto post to my blog posts to X because WordPress doesn't want to pay the $1 zillion that Elon wants for the API. So I have to, I can hit go and it'll go to like 6 other places, but not to X. I have to do that manually, which is dumb. But at the same time, if all of a sudden you have this system on Twitch where it auto posts to YouTube, or you can just hit go, if YouTube goes, you know what, there's way too much stuff coming from them that's drawing people back to Twitch, they'll just change the API. They'll just make it more expensive. They will, stop allowing Twitch to do that, because they did for a little while. I don't know if you guys remember, not too long ago, they just stopped the pipe. You weren't allowed to hit the go to YouTube button anymore. Just done. And then they came around and they fixed it, but it's easy to turn off.
I want to talk about an update we're making to co-streaming.
I've already made an entire video about the co-streaming function. They announced it a day before TwitchCon. I like the idea of this feature. I've been saying they need something like this since they shut down the host functionality. It's what the host functionality should have probably been in originally. Very concerned that this feature is going to be extremely gatekept to the very top creators. And even this announcement of it, because again, it was announced a day before in a blog post, this announcement left me going,
exactly, just Jay.
Oh no. And I'll tell you why right after we listen to it.
Later this year, we're launching a co-stream feature to help events on Twitch by showing off the combined view counts of everyone co-streaming that event. Streamers will be able to mark their streams as co-streamable, which encourages other streamers to co-stream and take part in the event.
So just to note, this is not the same thing as before, the collab thing or the I can't even remember what it's called, the multi-stream thing that we already can do. That's not this somehow. I don't know what the difference is. I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, I can do that now. What is the difference here? I don't know, but I can do that. Like, I could do that right now. I could go knock on Catherine and Naomi's stream and go over there and co-stream right now if I wanted to. My sign didn't turn on? Man. Well, it's not streamed together, but it isn't it though? Like, I don't know what the difference is. All right, hang on. I'll figure it out.
The event host will have the option to authorize anyone to co-stream or a list of specific channels. Co-stream events will display the combined view count for the host channel, similar to how we do it with Stream Together, so viewers can see total viewership for the event. This update to co-streaming will help highlight the true reach that these events have across Twitch. All right.
No excitement from the crowd at all. And the reason why I was disappointed with this announcement is because my hope was going to be that they would actually say, here's what we're doing with the co-streaming feature to enable you to create content. Again, my bias for this platform is always that it should be thinking about its content creators, obviously the viewers, but for the content creators who are creating the content on the platform. Had they said, we will be coming out with an entire list for the next year of already approved in the system events that you are going to be able to co-stream. And we're going to make it easy for you to see what's coming up, which ones that might be interest of you. We'll highlight them because of the fact that, hey, you've streamed Mario Kart. Are you interested in being a co-streamer for this game and this event and this Nintendo Direct and this one and the Game Awards and the Streamer Awards? And it would have been such a fantastic way to actually generate that excitement from the streamers who are in this crowd to say, we're making it easy to find content for you to stream as part of this co-streaming function. They didn't do that. I don't know why this company doesn't think about its creators when it does any of these announcements.
In June, we gave streamers the ability to run their own promotions. Since then, you've been using this feature to hype up your subathons, anniversaries, or just random events.
I like this feature.
Okay.
I like that.
But this has already been launched, okay? They do get to one point here that I do think is valuable, okay? But in terms of like making an announcement, this isn't really an announcement if you've already launched the product. So here is what they're actually going to be doing next. Again, I do think it is a good idea, and it will be interesting to see essentially they're launching paid moments badges is what we're coming down to here. But allow me to actually play out what it exactly said.
And we're also experimenting with you create badge drops in your channel so you can celebrate special streams with an exclusive badge.
See? Now you heard from the crowd there. They're excited by that. And I agree. Having basically a paid moment a badge is kind of a good thing. It is a decent idea, but only to the extent that people value the badge collection themselves. And this is where Twitch is going to run into a problem that I hope that they are thinking about and already have a plan in place. And if they don't, I'm going to give them an idea right now. One of the things that I think is important to know about the overall badge system is you're incredibly limited on what you can actually choose. So for example, I'm a Twitch partner. I can choose to use my partner badge, or I can use my Prime Gaming badge, or I can use my TwitchCon 2019 badge, or I can use my GlitchCon 2020 badge, or I can use my Destiny 2 The Final Shape Raid Race badge, okay? I can't use both. So I'm exceptionally limited on what I can actually use in my own stream. And that's true of the entire platform. So if you have collected 40 badges, 50 badges, 100 badges, you can still only display one of them. And
There's only so much space, man.
They have to change the system from the current.
AI says co-stream is for authorized streamers to rebroadcast an event to their own community, often adding their own commentary, while Stream Together is a more spontaneous in-broadcast collaboration tool that lets streamers and viewers easily join each other's live streams directly. Co-stream is about sharing an existing project. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I don't know what that is. Yeah, why would you want to do that? I don't understand that. Commentate on other people. I mean, that's what people do. They do reaction. But reaction to an entire stream? That's what YouTube's for. I don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, I don't know what he's going on about here with the badges, because like you only got so much space, man.
Situation which only allows you to technically show two: broadcaster, moderator, VIP, your subscriber badge in the stream, and then one custom badge that defines who you are, you know, whichever one. Is it partner, is it Arcane Season 2 premiere, whichever one that you identify most with. They need to change it so that creators can use, or sorry, that anybody can use 3 different badges so that you can show off, hey, I'm going to TwitchCon and I'm a Twitch partner and I'm a subscriber to this channel, or I'm a Twitch ambassador and I have Prime Gaming and I have Twitch Turbo, or I'm a streamer and I have a Prime and I participate in September, and basically allowing people to actually create some level of customization to show people the actual value.
Yeah, I don't know what's good. I mean, content creation on someone else's back. I'm doing that right now, right? So that's how half of content is reacting to other people's content, like it or not. That's just the way it is. But yeah, big streamer gets attention, small streamer co-streams. Maybe. I don't know. I can't wait till I see it in action and somebody who knows what they're doing shows me how to do it, because I can't figure out what good that would be.
Of their badge collection. If not, if they don't do that, we are rapidly depleting the overall value in badges. And one of the things that is absolutely true is Twitch has made dozens of badges that are paid for over the last few months.
Interesting. That's interesting.
So for example, paid badge.
You know what? I do not care.
That's the play.
Move on.
Now, sponsorships can be another great way for streamers to earn more revenue on Twitch.
Absolutely.
But getting a sponsorship can be tricky, especially if you've never done it before.
Keep in mind, they've already announced this feature. They already announced
ages ago.
Sponsorship dashboard. It is available for all of us, and it has been in testing since 2023. They started doing channel skins and overlays in 2023. We are 2 years past that point. And it's still, the vast majority of people have seen nothing.
Well, like I have the like a sponsorship dashboard, right? This is what he's talking about. This is under here, under sponsorships, right? This is the thing that they're doing, and they're going to be doing. You know, you can go to your creator profile, you punch in, hi, I'm, you know, whatever, this is what I do. And what's dumb is that it doesn't know what I do. It's so dumb. How do you not know what my top category is? In the last year, I've been doing this for 4 years, whatever. But anyway, but I go through all these and I'm like, nope. That's it. I don't want any of these. It's the same thing with the stream elements, you know, sponsorship. If you go to the dashboard on stream elements and you go to the sponsorships, it's the same thing. It's probably all going to be all the same people, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, right there, stream elements. So it's the same thing. They're the same games. Yeah. Who cares? Right? I guess there are probably some people who would do that, but me right now, it's not worth it. It's a game I don't care about to get at the like the max, they're going to give me $20. Like it's just not worth it.
In their overall sponsorship dashboard. Other than Stream Elements, but those don't actually count because it's just feeding in from Stream Elements site. They're not actually Twitch run promotions.
Yeah.
The last year we launched a number of on-site updates to help streamers get sponsorships from directly within the creator dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
The sponsorships tab now includes your creator profile, which is like a snapshot of
Again, they've already announced this.
you, your content, and your community.
Yes.
Filling this helps brands find your channel and work with you.
Yes.
We're also seeing that advertisers are more eager than ever to work with Twitch streamers. This year, we will help 10 times more creators secure brand deals than we did in 2024.
Okay. I want to point that number out.
That's an interesting number, 10 times. So if they did it 4 times, right? I don't know how many times they did it, but if they did it 4 times, that's, 10 times is only 40. I don't know.
10 times as many. That sounds great, doesn't it? That sounds amazing. In 2024, this product was in very, very limited testing. Twitch ambassadors had access to it, and a couple others. Okay? If we're generous, we can say 500 creators got access to a Twitch-led sponsorship channel skin-based advertising deal in 2024, which means this year we're talking, if it's 10 times, 5,000, which there are 60,000, 50,000, 58,000 active partners every single year. So we're not even touching, we're still only supporting 10% of the overall community with the sponsorship, a partnered community with the sponsorship product. Never mind affiliates, the millions of affiliates, we're not even getting to a double digit for partners. Okay? And again, if you go back to my video, I made a video about the viewership thing that they did recently and why they were addressing it 2 months ago. They're addressing the view botting problem on the platform to create more legitimate surface numbers because of the sponsorship product.
That's what I said. I said that when it came out. I'm like, they're doing this so that they can sell to advertisers, because the advertisers are saying that all the numbers are fake. And so when they went and looked at it, they probably have, third parties going, like, looking into, is it worth going to Twitch? And the third parties are like, you know what? No, nobody's watching Twitch because 90% of the people that are on there aren't real people. So therefore, no, don't invest your time there. And so they have to, as Twitch, go, oh, hold on, let's give you real numbers. That's what they're doing. I knew it when they did it.
Advertisers, to my understanding, are a little bit iffy on Twitch. Contrary to what he's saying here, they're a little bit iffy in trusting the overall numbers. They want to see the real numbers. They understand that there's a level of view botting. There's a level of view botting across the entire platform, whether it's intentional or not. But view bots sit in everybody's stream to hide themselves in plain sight. And so this overall product needs to have more legitimacy in order to get to that 10x number that he is saying here. So there's a lot of dominoes that need to be tipped, but we're not going to get there very, very quickly here. And then lastly, the thing that they announced here, again, is kind of using it like a farm club system where they're trying to get people who are on the younger side to be content creators on the platform. And so they're launching Twitch University. They've already announced the launch of this. And essentially, it's to try to get more Twitch presence on campuses, university and college campuses, by having campus meetups and other events with other students at those schools.
That's cool.
And secondly, they announced new creator clubs. They already have a bunch of them, but now they're adding tabletop, retro gaming, and a charity club. That was Twitch's updates.
My closest one is in Toronto. There isn't even one near me. So, like, if I wanted to go to the Twitch, club, like, I think the closest one is Toronto, and that's a few hours away. I remember looking it up one time. Like, oh, wow, there is one next week. Oh, wow, it's really far away.
The big updates on the biggest stage of the 10-year anniversary, it really came off as mid. It wasn't very exciting. There wasn't a lot of thing that projects things for current creators. It really is about future.
It was at TwitchCon. Like, it was TwitchCon, what, 2 weeks ago? When did TwitchCon come out? Recently.
Future culture, and trying to actually get more creators from these other places to be more consistent creators on the platform. There is very, very little for current active creators on Twitch. And yeah, I don't know. I was surprised at how muted this entire thing was. Again, I was surprised last year, because last year's was also relatively muted. But this year especially, it was kind of like, hey, this is your 10-year. This is like do or die times. The community sentiment has fallen off. Dan Clancy's over.
Did they really? Thank you. I appreciate your time. Everybody sign up for Zach's newsletter. It's gold. Go to tos.gg and sign up for this newsletter, because it is, if you're a creator, you need to be on that. Super, super duper helpful. Does Twitch do layoff? Twitch layoffs? News. Amazon Games Twitch hit by layoffs. Game development reduced. Well, that's okay. Amazon is laying off more than 14,000 corporate employees. Within the layoffs, Amazon Games and Twitch will be hit with some capacity.
Congratulations,
okay.
Psycho Black. You are the first person to enter the chat and have been first 1 times.
A little late there, Lumia. That was like a million years ago. Do you love all and want to succeed? Depends on what your definition of success is. I do try to love everybody. And you got to define love too. That's important. Well, that's kind of, I mean, it is what it is. Everybody seems to be doing it. I don't understand layoffs or big business, but like Microsoft is a great example of a company that recently just laid everybody off. And like, no, how was it? They released some big statement saying how great everything was doing. How they made more money than whatever. And then immediately, like a week later, laid everybody off. Like, it's, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't even think these people talk to themselves, let alone anyone else. It's nuts. I wish things were different, but the fact of the matter is the world changes, people get laid off. It sucks. And a lot of these, especially internet companies, especially like media companies, the target's moving, man. Everything is always moving. And so therefore, how do you know what you're, what's going to happen next, and what's the big hotness, and what should you invest in that's actually going to come out 3 years from now? As long as it takes you to develop this thing, who knows? That'd be really, really hard to do. I know I wouldn't be able to do it. That would be very difficult. So I feel a sense of compassion for the people trying to make these decisions, but at the same time, it's, they're also very, very good at this, and some of them are making very selfish decisions. So it's like it's hard to be on their side. Okay. So we're going to jump into Duet. It's such a weird name. Duet Night Abyss. DNA. I wonder if DNA is going to be a thing, because they've been putting that all over their marketing material. DNA, which I'm like, okay, Duet Night Abyss. Yeah, obviously that's the name of the game. But I wonder if that's sort of a for genetics or something. I don't know. I haven't played. We're going to do it for the first time. I'm going to boot it for the first time, and I'm getting in. I have played the game, the little scrolly game, so that you get a little bit of bonus stuff, but I haven't booted the actual real game. We're going to do that right away. I'm going to go grab some water. I'm going to go grab a little bit of a snack, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to play Duet Night Abyss to see what that's all about. Okay, give me a second. In the meantime, !web, !tell a friend, !how bonkers. Find out how bonkers you are, !how bonkers. Only where it's on Twitch, though. Sorry there, Psycho. You gotta go to Twitch if you want to do the fun stuff. All right, be right back. silly music. My music's so silly. All right, where's Duet Night Abyss? Crying out loud. Sure, there's an icon here somewhere. No? All right, I will type it then. Duet. Do it. Okay, let's do this thing. All right, I know, Electro Swing. I love it. I love it. These my two favorite songs on my list are Blue House and Day and Night. They are just an absolute bop. Boop. Come back to that in 2 hours. Was it about 90% of Twitch users were not real? Maybe 1/3, but 90. No, I don't know. No, that was me being exaggerating. I don't know, but I know that there's a way more than you think that are not people. It was like it's a bad problem. So I again, like I said, I don't want to be working for Twitch. Can you imagine trying to figure that out? Talk about hitting a moving target. Oh, you guys can't hear it. Duet Night of Bits. Armory Crate. OBS. Right. That one probably? Ah! I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot. I would imagine that it's, if I had to guess, just completely randomly guess, I would probably put it at 15, 20%, maybe 25. Which is a huge amount of fake. Like, that's a big problem. Right? Like, imagine if you walked into a business that was like, we're thriving, millions of customers, or hundreds of customers have come here, or whatever. But you just see cardboard cutouts, just like a whole bunch of cardboard cutouts, and like, we're counting those ones too. You'd be like, that's not real. And you'd really find that business to be sus, right? But it's still a lot. I mean, if you have 1 million people watching, that's 250,000 of them are fake, right? That's a lot. Start game. Clicking and clicking and clicking. While exploring the world, you may come across Genimons. Use treats to become friends with them. It's also Pokemon. Yay. Every game is Pokemon. Uh-oh. Am I not doing okay? Oh! Ow.
Tell me the truth if you want to live.
No. I don't even know what you asked.
Here? Who's with you?
That's my sister, and I fell out of the sky.
Who on Earth are you?
Am I on Earth? Is this Earth? I honestly don't know. So we're one of the singers from Final Fantasy IV now singing the main theme for this game. Is it really? Oh, that's fun. Please select a character. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm legally obligated to be the female. Wow. Can the devil trick people into thinking he is God to make them do evil? He can, generally, the temptation isn't necessarily, think that I'm God. The bigger temptation from the enemy is that neither he nor God exists, right? That the devil doesn't exist, that God doesn't exist, or that God is always on your side and that is nothing is ever your fault, and that everybody gets to go to heaven, and he's super awesome and generous, and no matter what you do, you get to go to heaven. Like that's the temptation. Usually not he's God. Like there's some people who respond to fear, as in like I will kill you and you need to obey me. But most of the time it's more you catch more flies with honey kind of situation, right? It's they killed them with pleasure, killed them with the understanding that they don't need to think about that stuff. Just, you're going to heaven anyway, so why bother? A trickster? No, he's not a trickster in the Bible. He's a deceiver. Right? He's the father of lies. He's a liar. He's someone who is a tempter. He's someone who is but he's not trying to be silly willy like Loki. He's very subtle, very sly. Why are you loading so much? Nope. Gospel is simple enough, yet somehow it gets oversimplified. It's, yeah, right? Putting things off till it's too late. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you. God bless. Thank you for being here, Lightgate. It's always nice to see you. You are very appreciated. Not too big. It might be too big. We'll see. I don't even actually know where the GUI is on this game, so maybe I shouldn't make any decisions. What are you loading? Oh, that's a lot of swords. New entry unlocked.
In my dreams that unfold like a double helix, I've asked myself that question countless times.
Wow.
But up until now, there has been no answer. Only endless, flowing quicksand covering my fish. Him.
That's wild, man. I love it when there's just, the writing is just so edgelord. It's one of my favorite things ever. It's written that he can trick people into thinking he is Jesus when people pray and hear false words from Satan. No, it doesn't say that. At the most, it can say he can, he masquerades as an angel of light. But even that, it's kind of meant to say, it's not like he shows up and, hi, I'm an angel. It's more along the lines of, he can make it sound like a messages from God, but isn't, because it doesn't line up with God's word. But you're like, well, that sounds like something God would say, but you don't look into it. That's more along the lines of it. Giving an example of someone who was tricked, right? It wasn't ever tricked implies they didn't know what they were doing and they ended up falling into something. More along the lines, it was, hey, you should do this, bad, dumb, selfish thing. And they went, yeah, I should, right? Tricked implies it's not really their fault. It's like even Eve wasn't tricked. The way that it says it is she looked and she saw that that the apple was good for eating and pleasant, and she wanted it, and it was good for wisdom. She wanted that thing. She wasn't tricked into it. He just said, this is what'll happen. Eat that, you'll be more like God. You'll understand more. And that was true. She now understood evil instead of good, instead of only good. Whose name changed? And also, why do you keep loading? Stop it. Freaking me out. I got a good computer. Tricked by a good thing? I don't know if tricked is the right word, though.
Your power. The power.
Is that my brother?
You wish to save all this.
Wait, that's Genshin. That's definitely my brother. Oh, I died. Frick. I've only been playing for like a minute and I'm already drowned. Oh well. This escape was heralded by that odd dream. I've been plagued by similar ones all my life, but now is not the time for reflection. There's something more pressing at the moment. Barry and I must flee from this isle known as Portigo Island, where the peace we once knew has been torn asunder by the vile claws of the Filials. I really wish I could click through. Let me click.
Shh. Are you all right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
The devil can trick you into thinking what you're doing is good.
Sleep.
Well, not
I won't leave. I'll be right here.
Trick you?
When you wake up.
It's still you.
We should get down the mountain and
It can confirm in you that you want to be able to do those things.
There have
Not a
been
trick.
roars coming from there for days. I was thinking if we could make it home and grab our weapons, and with your strength, you'll find a way out. No one's going to save us, no matter how long we stay here anyway. Let's go then.
Who are you? There's a V for story recap. Was I supposed to recap a story? And why do you keep loading? Is this a shader thing?
Take it easy.
It's not pinned. Hold on. Let me just check something. GPU is fine. The memory's fine. Disk writing is fine. What are you complaining about? GPU's only at 88. Yeah, see, there's a... What spiked? Nothing spiked. I think it might be a bug in the game. I don't know if anybody else played. Trick make you believe. Well, again, the reason I'm pushing back is because it's not quite the same, Psycho. Let me just pause for just a second here. Did I say autism? No, it says athleticism. Okay. Let me pause here for just a sec and talk about this, because it's kind of important. The devil can make you believe that what you are doing is good, but can't trick you. Well, so here's the thing. He's a liar, he's a tempter, and what his main job, what he wants to do more than anything, is to pull you away from God, right? From God. Say God's got a perfect path for you, and to be able to go from, for your life to what your purpose is, who you're supposed to serve, how you're supposed to get through, like his purpose for your life, and then spend eternity with him. That's the plan. And he wants to get you off of that plan, right? And in whatever way he can. And so he wants to tempt you, show you options that pull you off of that plan. But the thing is, the temptations only work if it is something you want. Okay? The temptations only work if it's something you want. Like they come from a desire within you. Like, for example, he can't tempt me to what don't I want? He can't tempt me with I don't know. I guess I don't know, adultery or stealing. There you go, stealing. He can't tempt me to steal. I won't steal. It's just not a thing I'll ever do. Never done it. Never been a thing. It has been proven many times that God is my provider. Okay, so therefore he doesn't tempt me to do that. He didn't tempt me to steal. He goes for things that I actually might want to do. Right? Say, if I'm having a stress out day, the temptation is to lash out or to control or to be selfish and be self-indulgent, to eat too much, things like that. Things that I actually will do that will pull me away from the ability to be effective for what God wants me to do. Right? Well, the way you know the difference between God and the devil, if, can he pretend to be God? I mean, I get, in a sense, like I said, he can masquerade as an angel of light, essentially, when you're like, that seems right. How is through the Bible. God will never say anything that disagrees with Scripture, right? That's how that works. We run it through the filter of Scripture, and that way we know what the truth is and what God's saying. We also run it through the filter of experience and through talking to more wise people than us, and through that we can kind of know what God wants pretty accurately. Could the real God get you to do things in his name? He can do whatever he wants. Like, you think of the story where he just had Jonah's like, I don't want to go that way. So, God made it so he had to go that way. Like, he ate him swallowed by a fish and spit on the land. Like, go that way. Right. So technically, yeah. Scripture doesn't change all the time. Scripture is the same as it has been when it was written. What changes is there are people out there who don't like what it says, and so adapt it or lie about it or retranslate it to things that are easier for them to do. But the original autographs, we have so many copies that we know 99.9% that's exactly what was written in the original autographs. It doesn't change. I'm gonna quickly exit this game, because Hokey Dinah, what is your problem? It is loading and loading and loading and loading. If I turn this down to extreme instead of super ultra awesomeness, would that help? Turn DLSS off. Okay. No, that didn't help at all. I'm going to try to exit the game. That is a problem. I don't even know how to exit the game. Sorry, one sec. I'll answer your question in a second. Immersive? I don't even know that. Alt F4. How do you define if it's God talking to the devil if he's telling you to do something that the devil wanted you to do? Not sure I understand the question. But again, the answer is Scripture. God won't tell you to do things that aren't in the Bible. Like, he will confirm. He's told us everything we need and everything that we need to know about him from Scripture, and therefore he's not going to contradict himself. And the enemy is, because he's a liar, is going to use lies. So, but the best lies, as usual, you know, and anybody who's good at manipulating, the best lies are the ones that are close to the truth. You know, like 90% of the way there. That it sounds correct, but it's not quite, right? Like, I know people that are going through a bad time. Like, they're having a hard time in their marriage, they're having a hard time in their life, having a hard time in whatnot. And the temptation comes, you know, they say they meet a really nice girl or a really nice guy, and that person just gets them and understands them and whatnot, and wants to be their friend. And in their mind, you know, all of a sudden they hear the temptation, you know, my existing wife or husband, that's not working out. God provided this new person for me. And so therefore I'm going to, you know, obviously God did that. God is good. God provides. God has given me this person. So therefore I can leave my bad marriage and go off with this person. And that's untrue. You know, like, God wouldn't go, yes, I condone adultery. He wouldn't do that. But in your mind and in your heart, and because of where you're at in your head, and because you're like, okay, but God does provide, and God does give relationships, and God does, you know, provide people who understand, and God does give friends, and God, you know, like, that's all true. But then that last bit where it's like, but he also you know, he's like, no, he's not going to do adultery. No, not going to do that. What if they wrote the Bible and made us believe that it wasn't him? Well, that's the question. Well, then you're into the veracity of the Bible, asking the question, can the Bible be trusted, and who is it written by? And that's where you get into, you know, biblical textual criticism, where you're like, okay, who actually wrote it, and when did they write it, and is it authoritative, and things like that, that's a whole study. It's a whole thing. But summary being, the people who wrote the Bible have been vetted and checked, and you know, this is definitely from them, and it all agrees and it all holds together. And the Bible, the canon, the closed canon of the Bible, the full book is authoritative, right? Nobody's writing any more to it. It's like I said, well, God speaks to me and tells me you're being tricked by the devil, and I'm to pray for your soul. Tricked into what, my friend? Tricked into what? The Bible clearly can be trusted with all the death it's caused. The Bible didn't cause death. Only you beat somebody to death with a book, but I don't think that's happened. The Bible doesn't condone murder or genocide or bad stuff. There have been a lot of people in the world who have I've decided that I want to use religion as an excuse to gain power and hurt people. That's happened, but it happens with all kinds of religions. It happens with atheism, and it happens with, you know, communism. It happens with Islam. It happens with Christianity. Like, there are people who use the name of God, or and find some scriptures to take out of context, like the enemy would, and did with Jesus, you know, and when he tempted him, to come up with their own stuff. That's not the Bible's fault. It's not God's fault. Not the church's fault. That's some tool who decided they were going to hurt people. Chick didn't believe that the book is the word of God instead of listening to him. Oh, no. See, there's the danger, dude. If you're at the place where you believe that God is speaking to you and you alone, and that you are special, and that he's giving you messages, and it's disagreeing with the Bible, and that you're special somehow, you're off the reservation. You're in trouble, right? Because you're in trouble, because now you're hearing voices and ideas that are contrary to stuff that God has said, contrary to stuff that is set, because you want to hear that stuff and you want to do those things, right? God told them to kill. There were times in the Old Testament where God brought judgment upon people, and that judgment was swift and brutal. Yeah, that's true. But the question is God allowed to do that? And then when he did that, was it wrong? That's the question. Was what God did morally wrong? Did those people deserve and earn that justice, that condemnation? And the answer is, yeah, they did. Were they warned? Yeah. Were they given a chance to repent? Yeah. Did they not? Yeah. Were they causing problems and being, or being bad? Yeah. So God used his people in that way with war to kill. And they didn't murder. Killing is different than murder. Murder bad, right? Murder is a passion killing because of someone that you hate. Whereas killing, for example, is something like a policeman can do, or someone who's in the army can do. They can use lethal force in order to save other people, and that is allowed by Scripture because it's not murder. It is the sword of justice enacted upon someone who is deserving it, and that's just the end of their life because they've done something to deserve it. It's not good. Nobody likes that. You know, Charlie Kirk was warned, so his death was justified. Charlie Kirk was warned that he could be killed, so God thought it was a really good idea to kill him. That doesn't make any sense. Charlie Kirk, who was warned, as in because he put himself in public and he got death threats all the time, was out doing what he did, and he took the risk to get there. But him sitting in a spot and getting, shot by some psycho was not justified by God. That is murder. That the guy did wasn't killing Charlie Kirk because he was a police officer who was trying to defend innocent people and take out, Charlie Kirk, who was doing all these bad things. Nope. He was just sitting there talking, and someone hated him. Someone despised what he was doing. Someone thought that he was a danger to them or whatever reason, and decided that they were going to take his life into their hands. Right. The guy that warned him to stop doing harm and spreading hate. Well, again, it's an opinion thing, right? If you look at, this is a discussion with someone on YouTube. Sorry, I can't show it on screen. I'm not allowed. The guy that warned him and said you should stop doing that was telling him what he believed was a threat to stop him from doing something that was hurting him or his people or something, right? Charlie Kirk, on the other hand, was going, well, this is who I am. This is what I do. And what I'm doing is sanctioned by the Scriptures and by the church and is good. Yeah, there was some stuff he did that I don't think he did it the rightest possible way, or that was more extreme, but I wasn't in his shoes. So therefore I can't judge him. But I can say that what he was doing wasn't spreading hate or spreading harm. All the stuff that I've ever seen him do was intended to try to bring unity or to bring clarity, right? He was never saying anybody should ever get hurt, right? The person who helped him commit suicide told him it would happen if he did just like God warned Adam and Eve. I'm going to try reading that again. The person who helped him commit suicide, as in the guy who shot him commit suicide, told him it would happen if he did just like God warned Adam and Eve. Well, God warned Adam and Eve that if they ate of the fruit of the tree of the good garden, then they would be, that death would enter the world, right? They would be, and then it did, right? It wasn't immediate. Their spiritual death was immediate, but their physical death came later. But death entered the world as a result of their sin. Yeah. I don't know if that has to do with Charlie Kirk, though. I'm going to try loading this thing again. It's got one little thing. It's like, if it doesn't work, use DirectX 11. And I'll try that. See if that works. Charlie Kirk did not commit suicide. He was clearly not committing suicide. He was sitting in a chair talking to people. Doy. Okay. This time, no loading. Just work. This escape was heralded by that odd dream. I've been plagued by similar ones all my life. Now's the time for reflection. There's something more pressing at the moment. Barry and I must flee from the island known as Purgatorio Island, where we spent our childhoods together. That's a helpful part. For the peace that we once knew has been torn asunder by the vile claws of the filth. Okay, the escape was heralded by an odd dream. Okay. Peace we once knew has been torn asunder by the vile claws of filth. Filthoids. Ew. So they're on Purgatorio Island. Doesn't sound like a nice place. And they're being torn asunder by the filthoids. That's bad. The filthoids. Ew.
Barry,
I think there's another problem. I'm going to try doing the other thing. I'm going to do what it says to go back to DirectX 11, whatever that is. If you're told that you walk into a room, you'll die, and you walk into that room anyway and die, is that not suicide? You know that death will happen if you do? Well, I mean, that would imply that anybody who fought in any war ever was committing suicide, which is silly and dumb, right? It's, they told the guys, listen, we have to go and stop, you know, Hitler, bad guy. And when we go there, there are going to be people shooting at us because they want to keep him going. We want to go and stop this. So we're going to go in there. Some of you are going to die. And so these guys who went there were trying to stop, did not want to die, but were actively putting themselves in a place where through their courage, they were trying to help a greater portion of the world because of their sacrifice. That doesn't make any sense that they would be called suicide, right? That doesn't make any sense at all. Launch with DirectX 11. I'm going to do that. How do I do that? I think that's in the settings. War is murder. No, war is not murder. There are murderers in war, but war is not murder. War is terrible, but war has a lot of killing, but war isn't murder. Like Hitler was murdering people because he had hate, right? He hated people and he wanted them dead, and it was awful. And when they killed them, there was for no reason. Whereas the people who were coming to stop him, right? People who were coming to stop him were trying to stop the killing. They were trying to use lethal force in order to stop the bad guy from killing people, right? He was murdering. They were using lethal force to stop, right? And once they got to the place where they're like, okay, we beat them, they stopped. Right? They went, okay, we're done. We don't have to fight anymore. Nobody else has to die. We're going to find the armistice. We're going to find peace. We're going to shut this thing down. And they're like, okay, let's find that. And then he went to try to build and reconcile and rebuild the whole thing, because the issue wasn't trying to destroy Germany. The issue, and kill as many people as possible, it was, we need to go there and stop this bad guy. And then once that's done, we back off, right? Both sides of the war is doing it for good, right? No. There is something called just war, right? Which is essentially the reason that people go to war, the reason that a nation would go to war is because that is the only way to stop the bad thing from happening, right? There's a good reason to do it. Both enemies do it. And well, again, but there isn't, that implies that that right and wrong aren't fixed, right? That right and wrong are an opinion. So when Hitler was doing it, he thought he was good because, and so therefore it's okay. No, because there is an empirical right and wrong. There is a moral standard, a code of yes, right and wrong. And so therefore, if you're breaking that code, you're in the wrong. And if you keep breaking that code and hurting people, then someone coming to stop you is, especially if they are, a government agent, like a police officer or like an army person, they have the right to stop you. Plenty of countries have gone to war just to make themselves larger. Yeah, exactly. And it's not good. It's not good to do that. That's a bad reason. Like Russia and Ukraine. There was no reason to do that other than, Putin's hubris and him wanting to be some kind of czar, and there was no justice to it. So he's the bad guy, and people are trying to stop the bad guy. So Nazis knew that they were bad guys, or did they think that they were in the good? That's a complicated question, right? Like, so the way that again, my understanding is that they knew they were doing evil, but they were doing evil for what they believed was their own sake, right? Like Hitler knew what he was doing was wrong. The people who were making the concentration camps knew that was wrong. People who, all that stuff. But what they did is they suppressed their conscience. They suppressed their instinct. When you went out to the average person and you're like, hey, you want to kill your neighbor? They'd be like, no, I definitely don't want to do that. However, because of the manipulation, because of the propaganda, because of the, fear, because of all the kind of stuff, people were willing to go against their consciences, go against their better nature, go against even their faith and what they believe in, the love for their neighbor, because of the environment, because of the stuff. There's a famous sociological experiment that proves that if Hitler told you to kill people, you would. And essentially what they did is they had a wall on one side, a wall, and they had a person sitting here, and they had a person sitting here. This person here had a button, and this person on the other side, they said, this guy's connected to electrical probes. And if it said, if you hit the button, they get shocked. And this person, deserves it. Or this person, you should shock them. And they signed up for it. So it's okay. And it's like, and all of a sudden, after a few bzzz, on the other side, you hear screaming. It's like, please stop! Stop doing that. And the experiment was that they had someone in like a doctor's uniform who was standing there going, "No, this is part of the experiment. This is important for you to do." And they, you have to hit the button again. It's important. You have to do that. That's what you're here for. Bzzz, screaming on the other side of the wall, and the person's like, "I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to hurt that person. I'm hurting someone. I don't want to do that." And the person in authority goes, "Well, that's part of that's what you're here for. It's important. You have to do that." This person, and because they were able to differentiate, like to separate themselves from the accountability. Well, it's the guy in the coat. It's his fault. I'm just doing what I'm told, which is that's the whole thing. Why were you there? Well, I was just doing what I was told. 90% of the evil in Germany, and they just like most people do. Right? When they ran normal housewives and normal people and very nice folks and people from the West, everybody through this experiment, they were more than willing to keep hitting that button until the person on the other side died. Pretend died, right? They didn't know that. And they were in tears as they're hitting the button. But it just shows that in the right environment, people will suppress their instincts, suppress their conscience, suppress their good nature because of people are saying stuff. Right? The difference between a good thing to them as an advantageous and a good thing, which creates more goodness, love in the world. Yeah, Euclid's got a very good point, right? Is that there's a very big difference between good for them and good for for everybody. Killing's a sin? Yep. So you got to win a war without killing if you're good. Well, again, murder is a sin. Killing is a necessary evil if you have the authority as given by God through the government. That's not a good thing. Like nobody wants to. If you're a police officer, you don't want to go out and shoot people. If you're a soldier, you don't want to go out and shoot people. That's why so much of their job is trying to be peacekeeping or to train other folks or to create security, to create an environment where bad guys don't want to go because it's too dangerous. Because the job isn't to go and kill people. It is to create peace. That's the plan. Right? That's the plan. Hey, that's great. Hope it made you think all caps. Are you like feeding my stuff into AI? It did not make me think, but apparently you've given up thinking, Psycho. I'm sorry to hear that you weren't able to come up with your own conversation or your own thinking and you had to use an AI in order to have a conversation. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I do wish you had the ability to use your own mind to have a conversation. That sucks for you. That sucks for you. All right. Compatibility. I don't know how to turn on DirectX 11. Is that a thing? I literally don't know how to do that. Can we ban Psycho Black, please? Just pitch him. That was fun. Fun conversation, but turns out he's a tool. Dang it. I don't know how to turn on when there is a button. I know there is. Okay, I'm going to try. Hold on. I'm going to try to set up this. It says run the compatibility troubleshooter. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll troubleshoot the compatibility. Y'all can watch. Do we have your consent to run diagnostics? You sure can. Go nuts. Which application? Oh, Duet Night Abyss, actually. You don't even have it on there, do you? None of the above. running for this one. Duet Night Abyss. That one. The play doesn't display correctly. Requires additional permissions. Probably that one. Probably that one. Do you want us to apply recommended compatibility settings? Yes. Does this solve your... Please try your application again. Okay. Because it says... There's no settings here. Is that a settings button? Oh. There is a settings button. Game resources. Nope. Oh well. Let's try, shall we? I don't know what I did. Because it says launch with DirectX 11. I'm going to actually have to ask, how do you launch a game in DirectX 11? By adding the specific command line argument, like -DX11. Well, isn't that interesting? Maybe I need to put this in Epic. I don't want to run it through the Epic. That would be bad. And I just want to note, this isn't a computer issue, okay? This isn't a computer issue. My computer is fine. It's fine. Gotta be shaders, right? Like, it's the only thing I can think of. All right, have a good one, Jones. Phil Floyd's. Hi, Barry. Shh. I'm Barry Allen, the fastest man alive. All right.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Get some more sleep. I won't leave. I'll be right here when you wake up.
Maybe I should run it in administrator mode.
It's okay. We should get down the mountain and head to the village.
You want to go back?
I love that they give her a little English accent. So adorable.
If we could make it home and grab our weapons, and with your strength, you'll find a way out.
And it's clearly not an English person.
That
makes me happy.
Stay here anyway.
Let's go then.
It's so silly. We should give them an English accent. That's how you know that they're a little orphan girl. Oh, come on, game.
Take it easy.
We'll just get out of the cave. Maybe when we get into the world, there'll be less stuff. Right space to jump. Okay. Jump more! Bloosh. How's the water physics? That's not bad. I even think I see a little rainbow in there. Ooh, dirty water. There is a little bit of rainbow in the water. See that? That's kind of a cool little... That's neat. I don't have a sword yet, so I can't really do any fighting. I feel like I should go over here though. But it doesn't want me to, so okay, and then slide. Woo! Slide. Woo! I'm so good at video games. Let's base again for a helix leap. Let's go. I don't know what a helix leap is, but I'm gonna do it again. Not quite. Come on. Maybe one just fell down a bit. She's had a rough day. All right. That's a helix leap. Hold down control and hit space. That's gonna be something I completely forget to do.
You're not fully recovered. Are you sure you can do this?
I'm okay. It's just a few scratches.
Don't push yourself too hard. We still have to save some strength for those filthoids.
Okay, hold on. We're doing the Withering Waves wall crawl. Love it. If I can figure it out. That was lame. Let's try that again. Is that really how you do it? All right. I like the Withering Waves one where you run up the wall like you're just running. That's way better. Gotta remember, this is day one, okay? This is day one of this game, so we gotta cut it a little bit of slack. So the shtick behind this game is that it's like a gotcha game, like all the other gotcha games, but there's no gotcha to it, as in there's no randomness to what you get. You just earn what you get. If you have money, put in the time, and you know what you're gonna get. You don't have to sit there and like wish and wish and wish and wish. They got rid of that part. Map and teleport are now unlocked. Summon the avian spirit to record the avian towers to revisit the places in a flash. Okay. Gotta find me an avian tower. The Oneric avian spirit. I love when they name things all random and willy-nilly. Approach to summon the avian spirit to record the current avian tower. Press M to go to it. Okay, I know what that is.
The village is in dead silence. I'm afraid they've probably...
All right.
I mean, they've probably escarpered off by boat. We should hurry home and get the weapons, and then get to the wharf.
That was funny.
We're unarmed right now. We have to avoid those filthoids as much as possible.
Almost there. It's up ahead.
Like, wow, that town is really dead. I mean, they all left on a boating trip. You don't have to spare my feelings, old lady. I know. The things are rough. I get it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I want to do that. Open. I got XP. Neat. I still don't have a weapon, though. What's that? Oh, that's plates. I can't have them. I looked at my resources, and it is not me. I don't know what the deal is here. Aha! My reminiscence.
It might be helpful one day.
You think? That's a cool looking sword, man. Behind you! She batted it like a...
Keep yourself safe.
Like a bat.
I'll take care of these filthoids.
Thanks! Wait, am I the dark one? I thought I was the white one. Shield HP. When a character is attacked, the shield displayed below is usually concerned first. Once the shield is breached, further attacks will reduce HP. Alright. Whoop, whoop. Oh, that's a lot of bad guys. Everybody died because I'm the best. Wait, are you a heart? Should I get you? That looks like something I'm supposed to pick up. And yet, I can't. Can I kill barrels? Yes! Can I open doors that I'm not supposed to open? No. It is merely a facade. Merely a facade. Hey, quiz! Oh, what's that? Observe. Residents, remember to stay away from unidentified ships when fishing at sea to avoid being detected by the Hyperborean authorities. Our ancestors fled here to avoid getting involved in meaningless wars. We must adhere to their ways. I feel like that was a lot for that little poster. Maybe they have the really efficient, like, language. I'm gonna check the settings one more time just to see if there's something I can change. Are you that good, or the anime's just that bad? I'm that good. Did you even have to ask? Come on now. Other people are having the buffering problems as well. Oh, interesting. My progress quarter is sleep. All right, I'm just trying to see if maybe there's something I can... Is there like a problem? Maybe I don't know what is loading. I guess it, because there's nothing really that I've asked it to do. VSync maybe? If that works. Nope. Thought maybe if it's trying to like max itself out on frames. All right, well, we will come back. I'm sure there'll be a patch tomorrow, like literally tonight. You're like, wow, a lot of people, like, because I have a decent computer and it's, you know, I've kept up the updates, so it should be very similar to what other people are doing. Oh, good water. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. I don't think I've seen that before. That's neat. Have you seen that? Like an actual wave? Can you cut the wave? No, it's pre-rendered. Oh, that's still very cool though. Oh, seashell, gimme. Did I run around a little bit before I get on the ferry? You never know when you need to catch a seashell. Definitely a bad guy. Hi, bad guys. Y'all died. Gimme. Armor. Nameplate. I probably can't put any of that on. Ooh, another one. Real gamers go left. What? Yeah, right? They put all the effort into the water. Filthoid carapace. What's a carapace? I used to know what that was. Secret letter clue. What's that do? I don't have an inventory yet. I have to go to the ferry. They'll probably let me come back. I played I think it was Wuthering Waves, and I remember being on like an intro island where I'm like, oh man, that was super fun. I'll come back later, and that I wasn't allowed anymore. Bug chestplate, that's what a carapace is? All right. Hey.
They didn't even leave one single boat.
You were at the village when the Filthoids came, weren't you? If it wasn't coming back for me, you could have escaped with them.
Don't be silly. You'd have done the same for me. Let's search along the shore and see if there's any old boats or something.
I started as the girl in white, and then all of a sudden now I'm the girl in black. Which one am I? Can I switch back and forth? I don't know. Can I do a don't? Yeah, I can. Movement's kind of fun. You can't beat Wuthering Waves for movement though. Oh, I'm finding seashells. Seashell simulator. Back here. They have the Nier Automata sword thing going on though. It's not disappearing. That's really far away too. Like that is 100 miles away. How do I grab it when I swing? Do you think I reach behind me? Let's watch. Oh, it just appears in my hand. Okay. Fire! I have guns! There's guns!
These are...
Didn't get guns in the other games.
When they ran away.
Take it. It's always good to be well armed.
Guns are fun. I agree. Let's have more guns. Select a weapon. Well, how do I know which one to choose? This one looks meaner. Definitely looks meaner. Has an extremely rapid fire rate, capable of quickly neutralizing enemies from a long distance. I do like me some sniper. That means this is gonna be shotgun. Slower fire rate, capable of firing multiple bullets at the same time. Called it. substantial damage on nearby enemies. Thing is, I like shotguns and I like sniper rifles. But if I had to choose, I'm going to be the long distance chicken every time.
No chance we're leaving by sea. Guess we'll have to count on that thing.
That? The big thing in the sky? That's the next step after boat? Why don't we find other boat?
Listen, there's actually another ship on this island, up in the mountain ruins.
Watch them air quotes. Okay.
A ship on the mountain.
Noah's Ark?
Yes, ship that flies. Now follow me.
I don't think Noah's Ark flew. Maybe it did. All right, ranged weapons are ideal for defeating enemies far away or in an elevated position. Note the limits of their magazine and ammo. There's a chance to obtain ammo supplies by defeating enemies, opening chests, or destroying breakable objects, which can be used to replenish projectiles for ranged weapons. All right. I love that there's a gun. That makes me happy.
More filthoids are coming. Stay close.
Uh-oh.
If necessary, give out the secret signal. We made them up earlier so as not to alert the filthoids up the mountain, remember?
Yes.
All right, a quick check. 2 taps on the right shoulder means...
Watch your back.
And 2 taps on the chest.
Come closer.
And scraping on the nose.
I hope I don't have to remember all this. Please don't make me remember all this.
Good. And the last one. 3 quick blinks.
I've forgotten.
Remember, 3 quick blinks means...
I'm not interested in that signal. And I won't remember it anyway.
Okay, there are a couple comments, okay? First off, in order to shoot the gun, it is only right click. Okay, so if you guys are like, why isn't he, whatever that word is that you gamers use when you zoom in and then you shoot, you know, you can't. Right click, it starts shooting, period. Right click is shoot guy with reticle. The other thing is, when I do a ground pound, for lack of a better term, it jumps up and it ground pounds on an angle. So it goes, and then that way, which is annoying. Because I'm used to like jump into an area and then come down, as opposed to jump up and then fly towards. So I keep missing my ground pounds. What? Hello. How many bad guys do we need here? Do. Grapple points. Yay, grapple. I like grapples. Press F to launch the grappling hook to travel faster. Yay. A lot of bad guys. See, that was the forward jump. It's gonna be hard to get that one into my brain, because I'm not used to flying forward. Something shooting me? Other people are allowed to have projectile guns? Oh. All right. Cool, I guess. What are you? They look important. Don't they look important? These glowy things? Another thing, if you notice, if I go left and I let go, it does a little bit of a stutter step forward. So instead of stopping on the edge of a wall, it will knock me off, almost certainly. Right, like if I go here, whoop, and I go to the edge and then stop, yep, it'll knock me off. Because of that extra little millimeter it wants to go to make the animation more fluid. Not great. Not great. It'll get me killed. I will not be using a sword this game. I hope you understand that swords are dumb compared to guns. Whoop. All right. There is fall damage. All right. Did you play this quiz? That's my gun swords are. Yeah. You've not. Okay.
Yes. Someone once left that flying ship here.
I want a gun sword.
And a key.
Buffer thing is dumb. Gimme. You know I'm gonna need that butterfly. We're just gonna get all these butterflies. Nothing remains when I come to an island. What's this? Let's find out. Progress 10 out of 10. I win. Pretty. Oh, there's a sparkly up there. Let's go on top of that and see if we can drop down. Well, I hope they patch that out. That's annoying. How far can I crawl? Nice. Is there a sparkly in there? Oh, I could. Yeah, I gotta get into the hand. They did this in, was it Genshin? Yeah, it was in Genshin. Where you went up to the statue, and at the end of the statue was a hand. You had to grab something from it. What I got? The goddess gem. Of course I did. I'm the best. Hey, control mode on. Good to see you. Or CTR mode. I'm on her head. Scoping the area. Ooh, I found a chest. Let me play. Ugh. That's annoying. I like the flip. That's kind of cool. That was cool in Withering Waves. I remember seeing that in Withering Waves the first time, and I was like, that's a cool way to get around. There's probably one over here. I want to fly! I'm annoyed that I can't float yet. You know I'm gonna be able to. At some point. I hope I don't have to earn it like I did in Genshin. Nope, nope, nope. We good? Can I leave? Yeah, I think I can leave now. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, right there.
Listen. Thrust your sword right in there.
Like this?
Well done. A little off to the right, though. Didn't quite get it in the middle. Door open. Loading complete. Gotta be a memory leak or something.
Sword.
Yes. Your sword was never meant to hurt.
Then it shouldn't be pointy. Whoa! That was close. Whoops. All right. Good thing I didn't fall down there, he said before falling down there.
Let's head towards the top of the mountain. There
Where'd
used
he
to
go?
be an airship there. If it's still around,
I didn't bring her
we
with.
might be
Oh,
able
there
to
she is.
make it out.
Whew, that was close. I had to go all the way back down the elevator. Do 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 do. Whack. Do 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 do. Oh, there is stuff in there. Ooh, okay. Note to self: break everything. What? Oh. Okay, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. I like that. Lockpicking with a little bit of beat.
Are these filthoids dead?
It seems someone had a fight with them just before we arrived.
Could it be one of the villagers?
Please keep walking in the line.
To
That's
open
really
that
helpful.
door. Anyway, thanks to that person, we don't have to deal with these filthoids ourselves.
Whoever it was, they're not to be underestimated. We must be vigilant.
It is really neat that I have a little partner. Whoop, I fell in the water and I didn't like that. It's cool that I have a little partner. That's fun. She's able to kill things too. All right. Spring water, yum. Spring water, yum. You don't mind if I take your holy water, do you? Just put it in a little pouch. I'll drink it later. All right, what are you? Observe. The remains of a filthoid, its lingering warmth proves that there was a fierce battle here not long ago. Does it? All right, I'm gonna get more water. Just walk into the church and start with a straw, slurping up all the holy water from the. What's a term? Well, there's a term for it. Not a chalice. A basin? No. A laver. Soak it up from the laver with a big straw. Good music though. Kind of good. I like looking around. I mean, you got it, right? Problem is, if I look around too much, and I've had this before, all of a sudden a cutscene starts or something happens, and I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here yet, and then you can't get back. But hopefully they've figured out that gamers are nosy. And if there's a waterfall, you know you're supposed to go behind it. Ooh, a book. Obviously. Good, I got the spring water. Does that mean there's more? Like if I get all the spring water, do I get a prize? This music sounds like Nier Automata. It feels like a Nier Automata vibe. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think I got all the spring water. Oh, they didn't tell me that in the tutorial. I can dash forward while in the air. Okay, cool. That's helpful. So if I do jump, jump, dash, yep, cool. I didn't fall in the water. I gotta figure out how to do proper walking here. Wait a sec, come over here. Bullets, oh neat. I opened the door and I don't think I was supposed to. I got a pocket full of butterflies, and I know how to use them. Hollow Knight got an update. Yeah, this is Waifu Edition. It's way better. How you doing, Zach? I see my partner likes to use her sword. I use a gun. I dare not go up places that I haven't been yet. Yeah, okay, good. It won't let me. Trying to be explorative, but at the same time not get lost, but at the same time not like create problems for my future self. Doing all right, man. I'm doing okay. Had a good little chat about kind of the future of Twitch with Dan Clancy's like address.
Someone used to live here. This was
and other than
your
that,
home.
kind of
right,
enjoying this game.
I
Been chill. I always feel good about
Yeah.
I'll feel good that when I can make a little content that I feel has value. Okay. That's the tutorial. Don't need that.
And no.
Oh, wait, I do need that. Hold on.
It was...
Boop, 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 boop. Give me money.
Our home.
Yeah.
Our home? But I don't remember a thing.
It's okay. Maybe it's all for the best. After we make it out, we'll build a new home.
Doesn't like a little amnesia to spice up life. Ooh, pretty fly. Cool. I'm disappointed when I read the replies to Susie's post about it. About Dan Clancy's address? What were their problems? I didn't see. Oh. There's been alchemical device. It's unclear why it's in these temple ruins. Well, I made it. Obviously, this is our house. Doi. Break all the things. I'm finding all this spring water. I'm really hoping that it'll do something. Aw, nothing behind that one. Lame. Alright. Ooh. You probably can't go up there yet. I think I don't need bullets if I can't pick them up. Sounds good. I hear bad guys. I feel a boss coming on. Yep. Really helpful when they just show up in a straight line. I appreciate that. Oh, hang on. I don't have to load my sword. I guess that's something. I just realized I don't know how to dodge. In I think it's Withering Waves, I right click to dodge, which is I instinctually just did right now, and then I shot him in the tum-tum. So it's also good, but that's gotta be health. Gotta be. And since I'm awesome, it's not, a problem. Susie posted that he talked to Dan Clancy about representation. Yeah, I saw that. And to fill out a form about it. A lot of Christian creators said, I'm a Christian, but I don't talk about Jesus on stream. This is a trap to put Christians on a list and not give them viewers. Oh, man. I mean, so let's start with, they've got a point in that traditionally speaking, we have not been, people don't like having Christians on major stuff like this. Yes, kinda, and they haven't been treated very nicely. Okay, fine. But at the same time, Susie did a great job representing us. And the fact that he was able to have that conversation, and maybe if Dan remembers at some point in the future and goes, hey, wait a minute, there's another subgroup of pretty safe streamers, a bunch of Christians. Remember that guy, what's his nuts there with the shirt? And then maybe it'll be a thing. I don't see how it could be a harm. And quite frankly, you don't have to sign up for whatever the list is. It's not like they're gonna make you wear a cross on your arm. Just don't sign up to be one if you don't want to be. I like gun. Me like gun. Gun go boom. Make Ellen happy. I'm gonna go start a cutscene now. Oop, flower. Engage
The
cutscene.
ship is at the mountaintop. After a short break, we'll push on.
can't believe we'll be saying goodbye to Purgatorio
How are
Island.
we sisters and you have an accent and I don't? How does that work?
You creatures just can't give us a break, can you?
Oh my word, there's so many. That's okay. And die. Just gonna stand here and shoot. E!
Surrender.
Let's do that a bunch. Ow. Also ow.
Tear you apart.
Do I get as many of those as I want? I don't have to earn that? Seems odd.
Surrender. Tear you apart.
Keep hammering her on E.
How many of them are there?
A lot.
Let's get to the top to shake them off.
Surrender.
We good? I think we're good. Awesome. Gotta make sure I get my Mountain Dew. Don't worry, you're great at the game. We'll make short work of them. I am great at the game. Real Admiral Akbar vibes. It's a trap! There's too many of them! We can't repel power of that magnitude! But I can, because I hit E, and then I've repelled the power of that magnitude. That music is getting loud. Never mind. Right? Oh, look, the music stopped. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. What? Okay, hang on. Okay, that's way better. I melted my brain for a minute.
We've been searching for years. When will the chief give up this pointless hunt? Who's there?
Hey, mate.
Lay down your arms! You're surrounded by the 13th Legion.
How come it's that?
All right, but I have an E button that you should know about. Watch.
The Legion.
See? Like
They found their way here.
Tear you apart.
Anyway, we gotta break out first.
Surrender.
They must be up to something.
Big fan of the E button. Just fodder for my... Lining up. Yep, thanks, boys. Whoop, hello. They shouldn't give me a bunch of those. Like, I should be able to just hammer on E. I feel like I should earn that. You know?
Is this your idea of accurate intel, Randy?
Randy.
You gave me your word.
Freaking Randy.
The soldiers did their best with the filthoids. These are indeed unforeseen circumstances, but we did find something valuable on this island today. Alchemical tools she has used, and an airship with a Legion serial number on it.
You realize we're looking for number 0, not this useless junk, right?
We've been
Optional
searching for
unless you wanted it to go through.
But our maritime unit intercepted several of the village's vessels. They might be able to dig up some... Were those gunshots?
Randy.
Randy.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, here comes Randy. That's more action, Randy. Why not both?
Can't get away.
Is he wearing heels? All right, first things first. I need to turn down the music a bit. Audio, music volume, a little less. I mean, it does match, right? Sass and heels go together. All right, probably 7. We'll turn the sound effects down a little bit. Then that one down 1. There we go. That ought to do it. It really wants me to hit E.
Tear you apart. Surrender.
Did I win? Danger. Retreat immediately? What does that mean? I don't retreat. No retreat, no surrender, man. Can't make me.
Surrender. Tear you apart.
As long as I keep hitting E, you all keep dying.
Surrender.
It'll be working fine. Boy, if I hold it down, cool things happen too. Bonk. I love it. Hold it down and ah!
Tear you apart.
It's an interesting choice to have it be sort of a major, the combat thing being really, really, really a lot of bad guys. You don't usually see that in these games. Normally it's, you know, 1 or 2. Oh. But this is, yeah, very,
Tear you apart.
What's that? What's that game with Link where he just goes and kills a zillion people? A zillion bad guys? Whoop, probably should stay out of there. Oh. Yeah, yeah, Hyrule Warriors. Whoop, hang it. You know what? There might be some danger. I should probably retreat immediately. And there's bombs. Whoa! She got cut, but it came out black. What's that mean? Fear not, I've arrived. Hannah's here. Don't worry. We'll be fine. Sissy got an owie. Or I got an owie? I don't know. I still don't know which one's me. I think I'm solidly the black one now. Cool guys don't look at explosions. I think I'm gonna see Randy. Oh, cool pause. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, game, none of that. Oh, that's not Randy. Sword whip. Okay. Okay. Powerful enemies will maintain their combat stance, which can be weakened by attacks. The enemies will lose balance when their stance is weakened to a certain extent, and once it's completely weakened, they will be briefly stunned. Enemies being stunned will become vulnerable and reveal their weaknesses. At this point, they can be approached to perform a powerful strike. Some diamonds refer to this as Ask's Retribution, which bring both destruction and opportunity. All right, neato. Let's see how we do. Hard to fight when they're buffering the snot out of everything.
Give it up. It's over.
All right, I can do
Tear
things.
you apart.
Uh-oh. That's very near automata. Whoop, hello. Not the nefarious storm.
Tremble!
Okay. Ow.
Time to end this farce.
Please die. How many times I gotta kill you?
Surrender. Tear you apart.
Weakness exposed! F! Hit the F button!
Not bad, I must say.
Turns out her weakness is her chest, where her heart is. Who could have seen that coming? Christmas streamer where being put on Twitch. Sounds like the church. Yeah, but what evidence do you have? Like, what suppression have you seen from Twitch for Christian stuff? Like, show me some evidence. Look how good I am in cutscenes. I'm really good at this game when there's a cutscene. Oh, ow. Hey, that's a move. Yeah, I know, but like, I'm not saying you, but like, all the accusations, like, where's it coming from? Like, I agree, if you look at the algorithm for YouTube or whatever, sometimes you can say, okay, you know what, they don't like it when we use tags, or we use certain language. Okay, get that with the AI. I don't know if you can do that with Twitch, though.
Tell me the truth if you want to live.
The opposite side of not having discovery is
Why are you here? Who's
how much
with
suppression
you?
could there be?
And who on earth are you?
I don't know, and I don't know. Can I go now?
That's how it happened.
Oh, she just told her. Okay.
The Filthoids attacked you for no reason after you came here. You managed to open the hidden path by chance.
I don't know what you do. There's always going to be some
Really
poop
your
on the good.
story?
We're telling the truth. Let her go. Chief Sybil, we've checked her spinal structure and confirmed that she's the number 0 we've been looking for.
Oh, good. I'm number 0. Right, but remember, Roblox isn't a place for evangelism. Roblox is a place to play Roblox. So, I mean, yeah, you're supposed to do community stuff, I guess, and blocking religious stuff. Okay.
Finally smiled upon me.
But some people may have been being real dumb
Take her
jerks.
back. As for her,
Like, if you got a bunch of troublemakers, like, on the street corner causing problems for people, and you ban people from evangelizing on a street corner, then you're not anti-evangelism, you're anti those big dumb jerks who were doing that.
Remember. You must remember.
The 5th of November?
Your
Is it?
power.
Oh, snap.
Power of resurrection.
Give me more powers!
If you wish to save all this.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I can understand that. It felt personal. Do I have superpowers now? Okay. Oh, my sword turned red. Character ultimate skill, Nether Flames. Inspired by the power of resonance, Berenica, is that my name? Ultimate skill has been awakened. Press Q to unleash Berenica's ultimate skill, Nether Flames. Nether Flames continuously consumes sanity. Bummer. During its activation, releasing sword waves in the attack direction. Press Q again to end the ultimate skill. I consume my sanity. All right. Just like when I'm streaming.
Number Zero is not supposed to release all her powers yet. Why? No. That's not her power. It's resonance. That brat she's trying to protect. That's the new receptacle for the power of resonance. Come to think of it, her face was the reappearance of the power of resonance and Number Zero together. What could this possibly mean?
Oh, I ran out of Q. Q.
May you rest in peace.
Am I being unsmart? I keep trying to dodge with the right click, and it is not the right way to do things.
Don't think you can get away.
And
time to end this farce.
Q.
Farewell.
I know it's terrible. The buffering is brutal. That was close. Apparently it's a problem on this game. It'll be fixed soon. Oh!
Give it up, Number Zero. Even the toughest blade has its breaking point.
You're a jerk.
Come back with me, and you'll live. So will this kid you care so much about. Otherwise, she will...
Give me your word. I'll go back with you, but you have to promise to let her go. Give me your word, or you can take 2 corpses back.
Perhaps I wasn't clear. This is not a negotiation. It's an order.
Barry.
Oh no.
You out of here and live.
Dude!
Quick question. The 3 quick blinks means...
I've got this, Barry. 3 quick blinks means...
Did she blink 3 times?
Left all alone. You should be brave and live on.
Well, that was sad.
We meet again.
Dang, dude. Dang. Now I'm just sad. Now I'm just sad. I didn't even know her that well. You know?
You're back.
She's cute.
My other half. My reflection. And my echo.
Is this messed up? Am I supposed to be female?
You heard my voice and retrieved the power that belongs to you. The resonance.
This power didn't change anything.
Oh, wait.
I fell into the sea, and I'll never wake up again.
I actually remember seeing this in Fate night. Yeah, Fate. Same kind of symbolism.
No, I can see it. Your future, our future. It doesn't end here. Someone will pluck you from the briny waters and lead you to a frozen wilderness where destiny will pose the ultimate test.
Stupid destiny.
Saying I'm still alive?
Yeah, this happened in Fate, where they kind of crossed over and then they had to get back from here. This must be some kind of fable or something.
It's time to set off. Life is like a lonely cruise through the boundless darkness of the night. The river weeps, overflowing its banks, while the thorny thickets on either side stand as a testament to its sorrow.
Well, that's a bummer. Life is like a lonely cruise with the river weeping and the thorny thickets on the side being all sad. His life has been rough, okay? It's not all thorny thickets.
I'll keep watching over you, the one across the shore, to see where you're going.
Okay. I think I'm about, I think I need to raid out. Although we're going to be in a cutscene for a minute. Oh, look at the glass. Ooh, graphics, everybody. Hello. No. There better be a patch today.
This is my first
Golly.
time in the Cassitis province.
Come on.
Is this how the people here show their hospitality?
You do look kind of evil, though. Come on.
I don't
DNA.
want to bother you. I just want to strike a small bargain. I'll pay you whatever you want. And all you have to do, well,
Got a DNA necklace. And it was the Helix Dash. So DNA is definitely going to be part of this. Whatever that is.
Hello? Hello?
Paimon?
Can you hear me?
Do I get a Paimon?
Camilla! Look! She has woken up!
Alive and not incapacitated. No broken bones, then.
I am pretty tough.
Who are you? How do you know my name? Barry, where are we?
There's no Barry. You fell off a cliff. Remember? It was your idea.
No. We were...
I think it's hilarious her name is Barry. I wonder if the boy version is named Barry. Like Barry.
I must find Barry. If it weren't for me, she would have managed to escape from those soldiers.
We are dead weight.
Maybe... Hey! Are you even listening? Camilla and Snow have come all this way to save you! You better come with us to the city right now, or else you'll soon become a snack for some wandering filthoids!
You look atrocious. I don't like you immediately.
To... the city? Got a fright, huh? No worries, you'll be safe in a jiffy. Ice Lake is the largest city in northern Hyperborea.
Hyperborea. Borea, as in like lots of glowy. Let's go with that.
Hyperborea? I'm in the Hyperborean Empire.
Amnesia's a funny thing.
Well, yeah. What's the big deal?
Ooh. Cool. Can't fault him on the art. Kind of cool looking place.
You know this woman called Sybil? Others refer to her as the Chief, and she's supposed to be in this country. I need to find her.
I like how their lips are just barely moving. Like it's a little tiny wiggle. At no point do they say B or M.
Sybil is a common name, but there's only one that's linked with the title Chief. You want to find her? How did you lose your mind to the blizzard? I thought Charons are supposed to be resistant to cold temperatures.
I'm serious. She might have taken some... thing that's very important to me. So I must find her, and get to the bottom of it.
Oh, arms akimbo and everything.
Espionage, assassination, defiance. With what you've just said, the Imperial soldiers could arrest you for these 3 reasons alone. If you really want to find the Chief, I'd advise you not to rush into it. And for the last time, if you don't want to end up as filthoid fodder, come with us.
The buffering is so annoying. Curious about how the rest of Atlantis sees us? Take a gander at the impressions we get across all different reasons. Nah, don't want to. When chatting with people, that is my Paimon. When chatting with people around the world, your choices tend to shape the locals' impressions of you. Oh, wow, there's that. That's kind of cool. They don't have that in the other games I've played where your choices actually matter. I like it where games choices actually matter. That's cool. So maybe don't kill the locals much. Increases the various impression attributes, might bring more intel during interactions or activate side quests, providing support for your adventure. Oh, that's a neat mechanic. I'm a fan. That's cool. Luno Eggy admires those with personality. Once you built up a strong reputation with enough impression scores, you can challenge Luno Eggy in the city to a dice game for a chance to win Luno Eggy's rewards. Oh, I gotta be popular first. Okay. For the first time, if you don't want to end up as filtered product, come with us. I can either follow her or I can't trust strangers. I think I'm gonna pick the I can't trust strangers. I don't know these people. I don't know who they are, and I already don't like the little girl person demon X ear thing. I don't know what's going on there. So no, can't trust strangers.
Thanks
My
for
wisdom
saving
went
my
up.
life. But
Where do I find that map? I like that. My wisdom went up for not trusting strangers.
You're worried and suspicious. These two strangers must be up to something.
Absolutely.
Then stay here. Mull it over by yourself if you think there's anything about you that's worth anyone else's time.
Oof. Rude. I may have offended her.
right. I have nothing to lose now. What more could they possibly take from me? I'll go with you.
Is this this is one of those your choices don't actually matter. But they kind of yeah, the choices, you get a choice but it doesn't matter. That's okay. Still fun. We need some fundamental knowledge before exploring this world. Hold L Alt to show the cursor. Yeah, just like in the other games. Okay, Alt, and then click.
Where are we heading for today's haul?
Who are you? In the armory, you could view, replace, or upgrade characters and their melee, ranged, or consonance weapons. Okay, click the reminiscence button to combine thoughts into a character. Okay.
What?
Combining thoughts.
You've already heard of my title. Princess Rubbish Bin. Oh, please don't go along with it. Just call me Margie. No princess here, just a little scavenger of Ice Lake.
Princess Rubbish Bin. That's not a very good name. Poor thing. Click deploy to deploy your character. Oh, is this like a new character I guess you got? I just realized I thought this was my person who was going to make my weapons better. Select melee weapons to set the melee weapon loadout. Okay, select a newly acquired weapon. Okay. That is not a melee weapon, that is a gun sword. Okay, cool. Different attributes could be different bonus effects, of course. Equip. Upgrade. I don't want to upgrade it just yet. We'll upgrade once. Oops, or all 9 times. That's cool too. Oh, now I'm that character. Select V from the to enable navigation guidance. Follow the markers to reach your destination. Yeah, I figured that had that work. V. I want to play. Some skills trigger. Yeah, I figured that one out myself.
Seem to be all bruises and cuts.
And then I killed the little girl. Oh, that's fun.
I'm fine. The pain's gone now.
You're just gonna hang out over there?
Something really bad must have happened to you.
Okay, I have to quit. I have a meeting. And we're gonna hope that a patch comes out tonight so that I can play this game tomorrow without having to stop every 5 seconds. Golly. Whew. All right. Well, that didn't really do much. I hope we get an update because that was kind of fun. So is it generic? Kinda. It's got some cool ideas. Like I like the idea that your choices matter. That's kind of neat. I like that you have a ranged weapon, like you can shoot guns. I like that a lot. Characters seem cool. The environment seems, you know, good. I think Wuthering Waves looked better. Wuthering Waves was really, really well done as far as just like the environment looks and how things were the impression I got. But it still wasn't bad. It was held back by the fact that, you know, like it was continuously annoying with all the buffering. Once that goes away and it's a bit smoother of an experience, I'll probably have a better impression of it. We're gonna play it again tomorrow. At least I think we are, assuming it actually works. In the meantime, let's raid out. Thank you for being here. You're awesome. And yeah, we'll see who's on. Anybody playing it? I wonder if any. Yeah. Yeah, we'll send you over there. He's the only one playing it. Yeah, cool. This guy plays gotchas all the time. He's cool. All right, dudes. Nice chat, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.